JP.com.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding, with big news.
We're announcing a partnership with James Hardie Siding,
The recognized leader in the industry.
backed by a 25-year warranty.
That gives you peace of mind.
James Hardie Siding is the best of all exterior siding products.
Upgrade your curb appeal and protect your investment.
That's exactly right.
Call Joe for a free estimate. 412-829-7711. JP Roofing and Siding.
Thanks, Larry.
Losing your family's home movies and photos would be devastating. That's why Legacy Box exists, to preserve your family's recorded moments digitally, ensuring they're safe forever. Think of the time and money your family invested to capture family vacations, birthdays, even your wedding. Recording a lifetime of memories was a commitment. Camcorders cost thousands, and cameras required film and development. Legacy Box is the final step to preserve your family's past. Thankfully, it doesn't require another big investment. Legacy Box is safe, simple, and affordable. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box to convert their analog media to digital. You owe it to your family to safeguard your memories. Become your family's hero and save them before it's too late. For a limited time, Legacy Box is offering an exclusive discount when you go to legacybox.com/value. That's legacybox.com/value.
When you start your car, you can start your mind.
I think that it's important to be informed on what's going on.
If you don't have the facts, you can't think for yourself.
You got to figure out what's going on.
And accelerate your intelligence
with 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's cloudy and 80 at Pittsburgh International. 10 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. $700 million in upgrades have been approved for Penn State's Beaver Stadium. News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander has more.
The Penn State Board of Trustees voted 26-2 with 3 abstentions in favor of the Beaver Stadium renovation. The initial of 3 phases will include the widening of concourses, new escalators, better field lighting, and video board replacements. They will also winterize the stadium that will allow events to be held when temperatures are below freezing. The entirety of the project will be financed and paid for by Intercollegiate Athletics. Paul Alexander, News Radio KDKA.
Students who attend 39 Pittsburgh public schools will be learning at home again today because classrooms without air conditioning are considered too hot. It's not a new problem, and some parents are asking when it will be solved. School Board President Gene Walker told KDKA TV,
"My hope is that sometime in the near future, we don't have to do this again because our schools will be adequately equipped."
Installing air conditioning in nearly 40 buildings could cost between $443 and $552 million. Currently, AC is being installed at 5 buildings. Memorial Day weekend is almost here, and the roads are about to become crowded. News Radio KDKA's Susie Cool has more.
From Thursday, May 23rd to Monday, May 27th, the PA Turnpike is projecting that 2.9 million motorists will take the road and head to their holiday destinations via the Turnpike. Here's a tip on how to navigate the holiday travel safely, according to Assistant Press Secretary Crispin Havner.
We always encourage folks to plan prepared, pay attention no matter when they're on the road, but especially as we see more traffic on the roadway compared to a given day.
Thursday and Friday are looking to be the heaviest travel days of the long weekend ahead, so please plan accordingly. Susie Kuhl, News Radio KDKA.
The Biden-Harris administration is announcing additional student loan debt relief. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has details.
The administration is canceling student loans for another 160,000 borrowers who signed up for the president's Saving on a Valuable Education plan through a combination of existing programs, erasing $7.7 billion in federal student loans. The cancellation is moving forward even as Biden's plan faces legal challenges from Republican-led states. In 2 federal lawsuits, 18 states say the administration needed to go through Congress to overhaul repayment plans. The Supreme Court rejected Biden's earlier attempt at one-time cancellation, saying it overstepped the president's authority. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 3 points at 39,870. The Nasdaq ahead 11 points in early trading, and the S&P is up about 1. KDKA Sports, a leadoff hit from Nick Gonzalez scored the automatic runner in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Bucks beat the Giants 7-6 last night. The Pirates scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game. Game 2 in that series tonight. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, your roofer with thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Self-employed? Save 30 to 60% off your health insurance. Contact Tom Yakupin at West Penn Life, 724-228-7187. Skies are cloudy. It's 80 now. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Whether you have a large volume of shipments or job site deliveries, cargo needs to be transported safely. Larry Richard for PGT Trucking. Hire a reliable partner that goes the extra mile to handle all your flatbed transportation needs. Your cargo will be transported using sustainable, state-of-the-art tractors with a dedicated staff to ensure a job well done. For customized solutions for your cargo needs, visit pgttrucking.com. That's pgttrucking.com.
Hello, I'm business broker Bruce Violet, and I often get asked, what's the best business to get into these days? Well, the answer is the all-new home-based franchise businesses, available in hundreds of different business categories. Ever dreamed of owning your own business, working from home at an extremely affordable cost? Well, now you can, and together we can make it happen. To learn more, visit my website at OpportunityU.com. That's OpportunityU.com, or call 800-980-2040.
Are you paying too much for prescription drugs? Other pharmacies take a $5 drug and charge $300, but not at Blueberry Pharmacy. We introduced the Cost Plus model over 4 years ago, ensuring transparent and fair pricing. From our North Hills location, Blueberry Pharmacy services Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. We apply the same pricing principle to everything from blood pressure medication to chemotherapy drugs. Enjoy exceptional service where you can talk to a real person like me. Call us at 412-612-2279 or visit blueberrypharmacy.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Marty, traffic around the area continues to thin out. We're looking pretty good now over on 28 and the Parkway North. And those HOV lanes on the Parkway North now closing on that inbound side. Inbound on the Parkway East, still watch for that slow traffic right around the Wilkinsburg on-ramp down toward the tunnels. And no real change on the Parkway West. It's heavy and slow from Green Tree to the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Kathy Berkman on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sun, warm and humid this afternoon with a high of 86. Watch out for a couple of strong thunderstorms this afternoon and early tonight, any of which can produce flooding downpours and damaging wind gusts. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is your IRS tax debt making you feel anxious? The professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to negotiate your fresh start. Call them now, 800-230-5174.
It's the Big K Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest 3 stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Stop. Marty Griffin, 10 to 2. Check it out. Come on in. It gets hot in here. 3 big stories. Penn State renovations. The man himself, Brandon Short, we became close friends when his daughter was ruthlessly murdered. It's disgusting, but because he's such a powerful and empowering man and a leader, he's even turned that into something to make a difference, which is why I love Brandon Short. Crime and punishment. Unbelievable. A scenario on the South Side last night. Unbelievable. You got to hear this. And shoot-to-kill orders at Mar-A-Lago. Are we crossing the line there? You got to hear that, too. Meanwhile, let's get to Brandon Short. Good morning, Brandon. How are you?
Doing well, Marty. Thanks for having me on the show.
Penn State All-American, NFL, great 6 years. But beyond that, great father and great leader who has committed his life to making a difference. You were on the board. You were one of the trustees. You're actually one of the leaders. You voted in favor of this massive renovation at the stadium. Tell us why, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great day for Penn State football, a great day for the university and the surrounding community. Anybody who's ever been to a Penn State football game knows we have one of the best, experience in college football, but the facility, needs a lot of work. So, for years, we've underinvested in the stadium, frankly, and we had a backlog of over $200 million in maintenance that was unfunded. And every year, that number is getting bigger and bigger, and ultimately, we needed to take action. The experience wasn't the stadium wasn't at the level that it should be relative to, what we want to offer our students and our fans. And I think this investment, will put us in the top tier, in facilities, just like we want to be on the field.
And Brandon, I think who wouldn't love a brand new stadium? Of course, it's gorgeous, but it's all about cost. So I think a lot of people are concerned because, the school has operating deficits. There have been academic cuts. So tell us how this is going to be funded.
Yeah. So to be clear, the athletic budget is completely separate from the university's operating budget. In fact, the athletic budget puts about $4 to $10 million back to the university every year, in profits. So they're completely separate. And I get the sensitivity because I'm well aware of the financial challenges that we're facing at the university. However, this project will be funded completely by the additional revenues that are going to be generated in the suites, and hopefully giving. And debt that will be sustained by the athletic department itself. To be clear, this investment puts us in a better financial position than what we were in. We had a $200 million deficit that we had no way to fund. And even if we found $200 million and invested it, the stadium would have been exactly the same. It would be with no bathrooms, no elevators, and it wouldn't have been the fan experience that we need. So the additional revenue that we're going to receive from the suites and from being able to have alternative events in the stadium are going to fund that deficit. But it's a fair question, and it's our job to make the best financial decision for the university, but to also explain this to people because it is a fair question.
Here's what I'm hearing from insiders, Brandon, and Brandon's amazing leader, loves Penn State and believes in it, and making a difference is paramount to him. I'm hearing from insiders that there was no money dedicated to maintenance there for years, and thus the $200 million deficit, with a long-term plan of, and again, previous administrations, of let it go into decay, pitch a $2.2 billion new stadium, which is not possible or probable. As a result, you have to step in and say, whoa, let's renovate and move forward. Is that accurate, sir?
Well, I can't speak to what the strategy was, in the past. Right. I can only speak to what has done since I've joined the board. And there were multiple scenarios. We looked at building a new stadium as well to that point, and it is just frankly too expensive. The numbers don't work in order to be able to sustain that, build a new stadium and pay the debt down with the new revenue. So this was the only really viable option. And I think that it's a good one for the university. We're going to offer our fans and offer our students and the surrounding community, a top-notch, world-class facility. We address an unfunded liability on our balance sheet, and we position ourselves to do better at recruiting like faculty, students, staff, athletes, giving, everything around the athletic department. All that 833 of our student athletes benefit from this. I mean, it was a tremendous win for the university yesterday.
And tell me, Brandon, I know you have an event coming up in June to make a difference. Tell us about that.
Yeah, as Marty mentioned at the show, on the top of the show, in 2021, I tragically lost my daughter and her unborn child to gun violence.
Carly.
And Marty, my daughter Carly, and Marty, through that process, stepped up and helped in a lot of ways. And before I dig into what we do, I just want to thank you, brother.
Sure, man.
Marty, because you were there for me at a very dark time, and you helped me through. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you.
Anything, man.
And that support, man. But as a result of that tragedy, we wanted to turn it into something positive. I'm on Penn State's board of trustees, and I know how expensive attending college is and how challenging college can be for any student, much less someone who's been affected by gun violence. So we started the Carly Short Better Tomorrow Foundation to support students who have been affected by gun violence, to offer them scholarships and offer them mental health and mentorship to help guide them through that difficult time. We have, in our first 2 years, we raised over $900,000.
Wow.
Wow. 5 scholarships at Penn State Greater Allegheny, which is in my hometown of McKeesport. And as you know, McKeesport, they're great people, but it's a rough area. And there's a lot of kids there that can to use our support. This year, we're expanding the scholarship to support students at University Park as well. Every year for the past 2 years, our third year, we have our annual gala at the Omni William Penn in Pittsburgh, where Spice Adams is the host.
Nice.
This year, Mayor Gainey will be the keynote speaker. We've had a ton of tremendous Hall of Famer the past few years, have attended. So it should be a really good time. We have an online auction where we have Steelers Ravens tickets. Pat Fryermuth, Joey Porter signed jerseys, Jack Ham, all the Penn Staters, stepped in to support. And we have a number of other great auction items, the Giants tickets as well. So you can support by going to ksbettertomorrow.org. That's ksbettertomorrow.org, and buy a ticket and attend the gala on June 7th at the Omni William Penn. You can make a donation, or you can bid on our awesome online auction with Michael Parsons signed jerseys, Saquon Barkley signed jerseys, Lawrence Taylor signed jerseys. So we'll have a bunch of nice memorabilia, and it'll be a good time for a great cause.
Brandon, we will put all that on our social. It's important, man. Here's what I love about you. You could have sulked. You could have been enraged. You could have given up. You could have said to hell with the world. You said, no, we got to change the world. That's why I love you, man, and why you do so well, and why you represent Penn State and this community so well. We're so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
All right, man. Be careful.
Appreciate the kind words.
Anytime. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Marty, traffic on the Parkway East still pretty busy from Wilkinsburg into the tunnels. And for folks traveling on the city side, they're getting reports of some debris on the roadway as you make your way down toward the Bates Street exit ramp. So just be on the lookout for that. We understand state police there on the scene. Inbound on the Parkway West, still pretty busy from Green Tree. And the Parkway North looks good. So is 65. No major delays to the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Kathy Bergman on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and...
We've talked about cancer. We've talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. Physical, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200. Hey, folks, everyone knows Memorial Day weekend means great sales, and no one puts on a bigger sale on this weekend than Robert Levin, my man, and his Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores team. Save up to 50% off on outdoor furniture and new collections, plus an extra 25% off of everything. There's also 5 years special financing with no money down. Minimum purchase of $24.99. Extra savings on mattresses. Check out Levin's Memorial Day weekend sale at all Levin stores. The house is 80 years old, maybe 90. Has a couple bathrooms. We had a plumber in there fixing one of the bathrooms. He said the fixtures were 30 years old. It's old. It needs updated. We got the Bath Authority coming out. Look, here's why I love them. It's modern. Everything they make is durable. Everything they make is custom. Everything they make is low maintenance. Walk-in tubs, great. Replacement showers, great. Tub-to-shower conversions, great. This is the best chance for you to get a new bath, the Bath Authority. 412-249-1140. 412-249-1140. Get $1,500 off a new shower or bath and 36 months of interest-free financing. Bath Authority, 412-249-1140.
Shenderovich and Fishman and Sill Marketing and Media have joined forces to raise awareness and support for our local It's About the Warrior Foundation's membership. For details about the May 28th event, go to 98twinsgolf.com. Show your support because it's all about the Warrior.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Andy Amrine here for my favorite sustainable gardening product, Pit Moss. Better Homes and Gardens named Pit Moss the #1 overall potting and peat-free soil. It's lightweight and requires 2/3 less water. For beautiful plants, buy Pit Moss at your local hardware or garden center.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus. Sergeant Reckless, a horse that served during the Korean War, saved thousands of Marines on the battlefield. Marine Corps veteran Dylan Clark explains the story behind Sergeant Reckless and why he and many others are pushing the DoD to give her a grave and memorial at Arlington National Cemetery.
The battle was so intense that there was so many rounds going back and forth that they were actually bursting in the air against one another. Rounds were actually colliding midair. And over the course of that battle, Reckless was wounded twice, but she refused to stop going back to the front for her Marines. She embodied everything the Marine Corps is about.
Some puzzles are hard to solve, others are hard to prove. Listen to Blood is Thicker, the Hargan family killings, wherever you get your podcasts. Access episodes early and ad-free with 48 Hours Plus on Apple Podcasts.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bum, 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 bum. I love this stupid crap that we get sent to us. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce went to Lake Como. It's in Italy. It's like $700 for a glass of water there. Okay? So we get sent these idiots who want to come on there and tell us that searches for Lake Como travel have jumped 82% since they went there. Really? So, our daughter, Chloe, likes to spend money.
Yes, she does.
As my father used to say, champagne taste on beer money. Right?
Like mother, like daughter.
As my father used to say, you're a watermelon, not Andy Melon. Referring to the melon. My father was cool like that. So, Ariana Bazzi, who we love, Richard Bazzi's daughter, is getting married. She saw this Lake Como stuff. It's in Italy. It's insanely beautiful.
It's so gorgeous.
I think we flew over it. We never actually were there at the lake, but Clooney has a villa there, and all the big stars. The wedding, just the wedding at this hotel on that lake.
Any wedding, not Taylor and Kelsey. They're not getting married. Okay, nothing new there.
$250,000 just for 100 people.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know about that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk Penn State real quick. So, a couple things. Here's what I know, and these are facts. As Brandon corroborated, there were $200 million in maintenance. It was falling apart.
Well, it was built in 1960, and like you said, they had kind of been neglecting the maintenance.
I was told previous administrations, and this is from insiders who were trustees, okay, so I know this stuff. They did not repair the facility hoping that they could say, look how bad this is, let's build a new one. The new one, which Brandon suggests they did look at, $2.2 billion.
That's crazy.
For comparison, Acrisure was less than $300 million when they built it.
Wow.
Okay? The other point, and Patrick made this in the break, and this is a fact. Do your research on Alabama. Seriously. And how their number of applicants and the number of smart applicants. Look at Georgia. Same thing.
The quality of the applicants,
You cannot get into the University of Georgia right now.
It's become
Why?
so much more competitive.
And, Patrick, football. Football.
That's why a lot of these kids want to go to these big schools.
Football.
Well, it brings in the people. It
Right.
brings in the fans.
Right.
It brings in the revenue.
The donors.
It's massive.
Yeah.
The other thing that is true, and look, I don't know the minutiae of this stuff, and I also understand the consternation. For instance, Brandon was talking about Penn State McKeesport, because that's where they grew up, that's where his daughter was murdered. Not at Penn State McKeesport, but in McKeesport. And she was pregnant at the time. The branch campuses in particular have suffered greatly because students aren't applying. Enrollment is down at most Penn State branches by 30 to 40%. That's a problem.
Well, it's a different experience.
It is, honey.
So for a lot of kids, they're saying, when I think Penn State, I want to go to the main campus. So that's partly why. But yeah, no, it's a big issue. But now, I was surprised that Post-Gazette article talked about how many more kids are going to school and living at home to save money. I mean,
hold on,
maybe.
Honey, you threw some of that. This is my wife. I'm calling her honey. I wouldn't call her another guest honey. You threw a number at me last night about this that shocked me, about kids living at home.
I think they said it had gone up to 68%, if I recall.
That's unbelievable to me.
Yeah. I was surprised, but it's been going up dramatically recently.
Is it because of cost?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
they're trying to save money.
So regarding this renovation, do they have to do it? No. Will it affect attendance? No. It's the second biggest football stadium in America. But at some point, they want to host these football playoff games, college football playoff games. At some point, they want to have more winter events, and this money will
concerts, that kind of thing. Yeah, where it'll bring in more revenue. Interestingly, they also said they're going to be building an admissions center, which, Marty, if you remember, you and I were just there this school year looking at it. There was not like a really nice dedicated admissions center, which most schools do have. It was kind of a haphazard, like random room in another building. So I could see that was probably a need too.
Look, I don't know the minutiae of this, and I know there are concerns that the Penn State University has a deficit of over $150 million because of overbuilding, because of too much administration. And by the way, this is a problem endemic in most major universities in America. Wall Street Journal did an insane study showing this. But Brandon says, and the numbers don't lie, that this money will not hurt that, Christine, is what he was saying.
Yeah, it says it's basically the athletic department will pay for it with primarily, donations, naming rights, all of that thing, debt and so forth. I was surprised that the athletic department, he said, with their profits will give back about $4 to $10 million a year to the school, which is great. Although I, in my head, thought it would be higher. I'd never knew really how much it would or wouldn't be. But that is what he said they get back in a year.
And here's the thing about Brandon Short that I love. He raised already $900,000 for scholarships for these kids at branch campuses. Let me tell you this. Brandon Short gets it. But Penn State is $60 million short. They're cutting branch campus funding by $60 million to cover deficits elsewhere. My point is, some of those kids won't be able to go to college because of the situation at the branch campuses. And what happens is, people listening say, screw them. They have enough money to build a $700 million, $800 million renovation of a stadium, but they're cutting funding to branch campuses. However, I could argue on paper that one has nothing to do with the other, Christine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason, obviously, people are not choosing to go to these smaller schools. Now, I just found the survey. Yes, it was that 68% of college-bound students plan to live at home, up from 61% just last year.
Wow.
And 78% of those who do say it's to save money.
It's amazing. I believe it.
But the experience is different. It's not like going to Penn State if you go to Penn State McKeesport.
It's unbelievable, the difference.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $20 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-574-6468, and you are guaranteed a $20 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-574-6468. Call now, and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-574-6468 now to secure your $20 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-574-6468.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 80 and cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Hot summer-like conditions continue today with the potential for severe weather this afternoon. Here's AccuWeather's Matt Benz.
Especially late in the afternoon right now, damaging winds. Flooding downpours appear to be the main concerns, but as you know, we've seen our fair share of tornadoes as well this year, so something that we cannot rule out.
By Thursday, the heat and humidity will ease, but there could be a thunderstorm in spots. The Atlantic 10 Conference is bringing its basketball tournament back to PPG Paints Arena in 2026. Duquesne won this year's A10 title on the way to the NCAA tournament, where the Dukes pulled off an opening round upset. Pittsburgh hosted 5 of the first 6 Atlantic 10 tournaments starting in 1978. 4 Allegheny County Council members have introduced a bill to make the property assessment appeal process easier. KDKA TV's Lauren Linder has details.
The bill would give property owners 60 days to appeal decisions made by the county if a reassessment leads to a change in assessed property value. It would also give municipalities more time to see how those appeals might impact their budgets. For the 2025 tax year, appeals would need to be filed 6 months earlier than before. And last month, Pittsburgh Public Schools sued the county seeking a county-wide assessment, which hasn't been done since 2012.
Tonight's meeting for public comment is scheduled at 5 p.m. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 8 points at 39,881. The NASDAQ is up 8 points, and the S&P is down about 1. KDKA Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO, the region's flat roof expert. Folks, you know I love CCAC, and here's why. College is expensive, and a lot of folks want to give their kids the best chance for a great future without going broke. Well, here you go. CCAC, 80% of the students there graduate debt-free. And because they spend their first 2 years there, they saved up to $72,000. Wow. They receive the top-notch education, and they can either be headed to a straight-up dream job or continuing onto a four-year university. CCAC, the place to begin.
Hey, it's Paul Zeiss here. If that sizzling sound made your mouth water, you're in the right place. Let's talk about something sizzling. How about making a Bacon 180 with a Waken 180? Imagine dropping pounds while still enjoying that crispy, savory goodness. One of the 50 reasons I chose a Waken 180. 25 pounds in only 3 weeks, and I did it while still enjoying a ton of my favorite foods. The difference, I had my coach showing me how to enjoy them the right way. A full Bacon 180. But hey, maybe you're not a bacon fan. I get it. Everyone loves bacon. Not this guy. No bacon, no problem. Awaken 180 caters to any diet or taste profile, no matter what it is. Vegetarian, vegan, omnivore, even flexitarian. And I don't even know what that is. Yes, that's a thing, though. And you're covered, too. The point is, if you want to lose weight, lose it fast, and then keep it off, then make your own Bacon 180 with Awaken 180 online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. A letter in your mailbox says you could save money bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. You saw it after your teenager backed the car into the mailbox. Dumb news. A new mailbox, basically a box on a stick, costs up to $400. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and go with paperless mail instead. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Marty, we have an accident right now, and this is downtown, actually, at the Crosstown Boulevard ramp to 7th Avenue. We do have police heading to the scene there. Folks traveling on the inbound side of the Parkway East, traffic is looking a little bit better. You're still looking at some slow traffic right around the Britton Road overpass as you head into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West on the inbound side, still pretty busy from Green Tree. We're clear now over on 28. That looks pretty good for you. And 51, no major issues past Route 88 all the way down toward the Liberty tunnels. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Kathy Bergman on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, warm but humid with intervals of clouds and sun. Watch out for a strong thunderstorm or two this afternoon and early tonight, any of which can produce damaging winds and cause flash flooding. Our high, 86. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Oh, it's still hot, hot, hot. How are we all dealing with the heat? That's one thing we'll talk about today. Colin Dunlap with you 2 to 6 every weekday right here. KDKA.
Hey, folks. At the end of the day, my wife talks to me about this stuff all the time. You're very assertive, and I love this about doctors. On-time visits. For me, for the kids, for yourself. And you focus, and you're very focused on mammograms because you understand the significance, do you not, honey?
Yeah, my grandmother died of breast cancer on my dad's side. And, of course, we all know people who have battled it. And the thing about getting a mammogram is if you find it early, it can often be treatable and survivable, which is incredible. So we are so happy this morning to have Lawana Fuller, who's the Director of Women's Imaging and the Chair of Diversity and Inclusion Initiatives at UPMC Magee Women's Hospital. Lawana, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. So tell us, first of all, this is Mammography May, which was just designated in Pennsylvania last year. What is Mammography May? What's it all about?
Well, Mammography May is, it comes from the legislation that was signed last year, May of 2023, by Governor Shapiro, and it's designated to remind women to get a mammogram on the calendar. So we want to take that mid-year opportunity to say you don't have to wait until October or to the fall to schedule your mammogram. You can think about it at this time of year when all focus is on mothers for Mother's Day and women.
And what about the cost? Because not everyone has insurance. Tell us how this law had some impact on that.
Absolutely. The law that was signed last year removed the out-of-pocket costs for copays that women would have to incur for supplemental screening, such as MR or breast ultrasound. And a lot of times that would be a deterrent to come back when additional imaging was recommended. So when you don't have out-of-pocket costs, you don't have to think twice about getting that appointment scheduled.
Well, and that's
so this law is critical.
And that's so important because so many women have dense breasts and need some additional screening. Do you know how many people, like what percentage of women have density in their breasts?
It's a great percentage. Over 80% of women have some level of dense breasts. So we have 4 types of density that we look at. So when you look at the breast tissue, it can be fatty. It could be, oh my gosh, I'm losing my thought right now. Heterogeneously dense and extremely dense. So the 2 highest ones is heterogeneously dense and extremely dense breast. And so for those people that fit that criteria, we really are concerned because breast density can incur or can cause cancers not to be seen on imaging. So when you have greater density in your breast, it can hide cancers.
Well, I know I recently had an MRI because of dense breasts, and some people might think, oh, wow, that's scary or it's expensive. But like you said, now, first of all, it is covered, and including copays, but it's not scary. I mean, I did it, and it was actually not bad at all.
So you did have an MRI.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And what does cause problems more is the thought of claustrophobia. Mm-hmm. So you're in this tube and you're lying down and it's scary. And so what we have now is abbreviated MR. It takes a fraction of the time to get it done. So we do recommend abbreviated MR, and we offer it at Magee.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so I was...
Hold on for a second. By the way, that's important what you just said, because you know, honey, these MRIs, they scare the hell out of people because they're loud, too.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Yeah, I'd never had one. I didn't know what to expect.
I was in one for 45, 50 minutes, and I didn't mind because I'm an idiot, but it gets so difficult for some folks that they have to be sedated, quite frankly. So this is a wonderful thing.
That's right.
Yeah, it's tough.
That is right.
Well, and with the breast MRI, the one I did, you were laying face down. And so for some reason to me, it didn't feel claustrophobic because I don't know, not that I'm diagnosed with claustrophobia, but I will say the idea of laying in something enclosed does, that I, maybe couldn't get out of or whatever, does make me feel a little uncomfortable. But because I was laying face down, it felt different to me, like I was, I don't know, laying on my bed or something.
Well, the full MR traditionally would take about 45 minutes, and with the abbreviated MR, you're only having the exam for 10 minutes. So it shaves off an incredible amount of time. So Sometimes people don't even realize that they may have claustrophobia until they're faced with that situation. So, fortunately, and I've had MRs as well, and it's the knocking, just as Marty says, it's the knocking and it's the enclosure that makes you feel really nervous.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, that 10 minutes, I mean, that's certainly dramatically less. I see that 14,000 new cases of breast cancer a year are found in Pennsylvania. I mean, that's huge. Tell us how important mammography is in helping these women survive that.
It's critically important, and it's important to get it early, not to delay. So what we do at McGee is provide opportunity, whether it's during the week, whether it's an event that we host or a community outreach that we provide, to encourage those screenings to get done. So with the number that you gave that are detected in Pennsylvania alone, we're working hard to eradicate that by offering the screenings at the same time of any event that we host.
And I see you've got more of the Saturday walk-in clinics coming up. You just had one the other weekend, but coming up June 15th at the UPMC McGee Women's Imaging in Bethel Park. It says you don't even need a doctor's order. If you don't have insurance, they'll help you figure that out and give you coverage. So that's incredible.
That's right. We do have various walk-in clinics throughout the year at all of our breast centers. So it's various days throughout the year. We do have another event coming up on June 15th at Hillman. So if anyone is closer to the city and want to come over to Hillman, that'll be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And along with screening mammograms, we will have other screenings if someone needs their blood pressure tested or cholesterol tested. We can do that too.
Luana, what you're doing is so amazing because there's a couple things she eliminated: the fear from the mammogram, from the MRI, the cost, they're free, and trying to get people to come is a problem because during COVID, people were blowing off this sort of thing, and it's so imperative that you get it done because if you ignore it, I have a friend, God bless him, his wife, her tumor in her breast went from the size of an olive to the size of a lemon, Luana, in 5 months. And I'm not trying to scare the hell out of people, but I'm trying to scare the hell out of people to make sure they get this done. It's important, is it not?
It's critically important, and that has to definitely be an aggressive cancer.
Yes.
We've had a patient once that I personally spoke with that had what looked like a tangerine on the outside of her breast.
Oh, my gosh.
It was outside of her breast.
Oh, my God.
And that had to have been there for a period of time, and it was just ignored. And so what we do along with providing the screening outreach clinics and the walk-in clinics is education, because that's where the fear really begins to eradicate when we tell you what you need to know and give you the understanding to make you feel comfortable. No one really looks forward to a mammogram. It's not a comfortable exam to have done, but it's critical to have the imaging, because if we can find the cancer early, then the opportunity to treat it is better, and then we can extend life. I'd also like to say that we also want to make sure that everyone knows that we cover general screening mammograms. And so the legislation that we just talked about is specific to supplemental imaging, and that actually comes after you've had your screening mammogram. But what about those that can't even get in for their screening mammogram because they don't have insurance? Yes, we do have vouchers that are available. We also are very fortunate to have donors right here in Pittsburgh. We have a Glimmer of Hope that has given us funds to cover women under the age of 40. We have money from 84 Lumber that covers women over 40. So we can always cover the screening mammogram, which is the beginning. You have to get your screening mammogram, and then you can reap the benefits of supplemental imaging should it be needed and you're found to be at high risk.
You're wonderful.
Thank you so much,
It's valuable life-saving stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you. Wow. 14,000 new cases in a year, folks. Come on. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Marty, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras over on the inbound side of the Parkway. Eastward traffic is slow at the Wilkinsburg on-ramp to the tunnels. And over on 28, that continues to move pretty well. No major delays over on the Parkway North. That's pretty much up to speed from 79. Parkway West still pretty busy right around Green Tree. We do have an accident over in Scott Township over on Washington Pike Route 50 right around Green Tree Road. With AAA Traffic, I'm Kathy Bergren on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Baseball season is heating up. With the free Odyssey app, you can get the most entertaining local coverage of your team while you're at work or on the go. Stay locked in and in the know with your favorite hosts as they bring you unfiltered takes, react to the latest team news, and talk to callers. Don't miss any of the action. Stream the shows you love live or on demand with the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Download it today for free.
You know Oakmont Bakery is my joint, right? So, summer months, celebrations, right? You got graduation cakes, cookie trays, sandwich platters, cheeseburger, donuts, delicious, cheeseburger-shaped cakes, flag-shaped cupcakes, the American tort, all the same. All I'm telling you, folks, is this is my joint. Everything there is handmade, homemade, fresh, and absolutely amazing at Oakmont Bakery. It's delicious. Check it out.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus this Sunday morning at 6:30 as we spotlight our Catholic schools and faith formation programs. Catholic Education Plus is sponsored by Sam and Judy Spanos and the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh.
Don't miss the Rumble Classic All Memorial Day weekend from North Allegheny High School. News Radio KDKA has complete coverage Thursday through Sunday of Pittsburgh's best high school basketball players. Don't miss the action as we kick off the summer with the region's best basketball tournament. Rising Star Invitational Tips at 6 on Thursday.
It's presented by Preston and Grafton Insurance Agency and Caveman Basketball. And brought to you by Rye Sports, Run the Show, and by LGKG.
Only on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Voss TV and Appliance. I know how good they are. They've been in my house. We have several other appliances. They've been to Larry's house. He loves them. Look, if you're looking for a new appliance, a new television, why pick Voss? It's the only place you'll ever need. They're small enough to treat you like family and big enough to offer an array of quality TVs and appliance. Voss TV and Appliance. Big brands. Reliable delivery and service. And the lowest prices in town. Guaranteed. Trust Voss. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS. Hey, folks, Marty for Universal Windows Direct. I have an old house, I think 80, 90 years old. I'm calling Universal Windows Direct because of the pricing and the technology. Check this out. So right now, 412-545-6003. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Come on. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. Buy 20, get 20 free. Get it? Call them right now, 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my favorite shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal in TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself, and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv and start your 7-day free trial now.
Progressive presents Flo and JD announcing a monster truck rally.
And here comes the obliterator. Whoa. And he's up on 2 wheels. That can't be safe. I don't recommend flipping your car backwards. Did he even check his blind spot? And the car's on fire. I definitely don't recommend that. This is one of my recurring nightmares.
Progressive is all about keeping it safe, so bundle your home and auto for 24/7 protection. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Coverage not provided for monster trucks. Not available in all states.
A car is never just a car. Kelley Blue Book knows it's so much more than that. It's your commuting chariot, your road trip refuge, your I just need a reason to get out of the house. Your car is there for everything. And for everything car, there's Kelley Blue Book. Need a new set of wheels? Price it on Kelley Blue Book. Problem under the hood? Fix it with Kelley Blue Book. Can another car do the job better? Trade it or sell it on Kelley Blue Book. We're here mile after mile, moment after moment. Price it, fix it, trade it, sell it. KBB.com it. Visit KelleyBlueBook.com to get the journey started.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Mac from Seattle asks, are our current mortgage interest rates exceptionally high or near the average? When I bought my first house, interest rates were 18%. The current rates are high, but are they that high? This is such a great question, Mac. I tend to agree with you. But the problem is people got used to having really low interest rates for so long, and then those rates shot up very quickly. The combination has made this period seem much worse than the historic norm would actually indicate. And sometimes it just comes down to how people are feeling about current rates.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? It's Marty and my wonderful wife, Christine. Honey, you gotta push. Why is it that I have to educate every day, 35 times? Just push the button, folks. Help me out. Honey, what's the highest water bill you ever remember us getting? Ever?
I'm
Seriously.
sorry. I'm completely ignorant. You pay the bills.
Oh.
I have no idea.
About $600.
Whoa, that's a lot. Sprinklers.
Yeah, it's sprinklers when it was really hot. Patrick, what's yours, brother? Highest you've ever before?
Highest? I mean, mine's never more than $100.
Oh, you don't have sprinklers.
It's the little things.
Whoa.
I've got a tiny little.
What are we doing? Help us out here. All right. Why am I telling you this? Because this is why people hate government. Why they get so sick of bureaucratic pinheads. I'm going to give you an example right now. Chris.
Hey, Marty.
How are you this morning?
I've been better.
Chris lives in Reserve Township, right?
That's correct.
You got a couple kids, right?
I have 2.
You do a little laundry, right?
Yes.
You wash some dishes, you fill a couple glasses of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
The highest water bill, aside from this idiotic bill, the highest water bill you've ever had?
Yeah.
What's the highest you've ever had? Ever? Beside this bill?
Maybe $300.
Okay. How much is this bill?
$3,500.
So here's what happens with bureaucracy. And you'll know this, Christine, and Patrick knows this because we've taken this on with PWSA before. So this poor woman gets a bill in the mail from Reserve Town, Cecil Township. Yeah? Reserve Township. Losing my mind. For how much is it?
$3,500.
The amount of 12 Olympic-sized pools full of water, right?
Something like that.
And you have a little water heater in the basement that had a pinhole leak, and they're blaming it on that. Is that fair?
Yes.
And they don't give a damn that it's physically impossible unless, while they were asleep, you drilled a hole to the center of the earth to try to use water to put out the fire in the core of the center of the earth. Is that fair?
That's correct, Marty.
And honey, I'm serious. They don't care what you say. They just say, lady, pay us this $3,700 or we're screwing you and turning off your water, right?
That's crazy.
Right?
Yep.
Now she has to get a lawyer involved who's a nice guy. Now she has to get us involved, and I'm a nice guy, but now I'm getting irritated. Because here's what bothers me
So
about...
am I.
Yeah, these are citizens just like you. They know there's no way in hell. Folks, this woman could have turned on every faucet in her house for 7 months and not had a bill for $4,000.
Right. It doesn't make sense. There's something obviously wrong with the bill.
Right. And there's no massive leak on your property, is there, young lady?
There is not, and that's more water than I've used in the entirety of me living there for 5 years.
5 years. And all they say is pay up or we shut off, right?
Yep.
These are the geniuses with a lack of intellect or compassion in Cecil Township. So now...
Reserve.
I keep losing my mind here. I apologize. Reserve Township. So now we're going to PWSA. Now we're getting lawyers involved because they really don't care about the truth, do they, Chris?
Apparently not.
What would this do to you to have to pay a $4,000 bill?
It would be a huge financial burden on me.
Right. And they really don't care, do they?
They don't. I have one income. I'm a single mom of 2 kids.
Chris, the only thing they've offered to what? Waive the fees and put you on a 6-month payment plan. So they want it all paid in 6 months on top of that.
Yeah, like I can afford 2 mortgages.
That's absurd.
Hey,
My
Chris,
goodness.
I am like a dog with a bone when I get hacked off like this. I promise you. We're in the middle of this now, my friend. Thank you. We love you.
Thanks, Marty. Thank you.
This is why people hate government. Honestly.
Well, it
There's
makes
not one
absolutely
egghead
no
that says,
sense.
you know, Larry.
Right.
You know, Larry Moe and Curly. There's no way this is possible. There's no effing way.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
So, hey, it's Marty. You know, we're getting there at spring, right here. It's going to get real windy. A lot of trees leaning over toward your house, leaning over in the yard. Tree branches in a precarious position. Here's what you got to do. You got to call my boy, Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Insane pricing, the best training, the best equipment. I've used Carlos at my house several times, and my neighbors. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Are you paying too much for prescription drugs? Other pharmacies take a $5 drug and charge $300, but not at Blueberry Pharmacy. We introduced the Cost Plus model over 4 years ago, ensuring transparent and fair pricing. From our North Hills location, Blueberry Pharmacy services Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. We apply the same pricing principle to everything from blood pressure medication to chemotherapy drugs. Enjoy exceptional service where you can talk to a real person like me. Call us at 412-612-2279 or visit blueberrypharmacy.com.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Mostly cloudy. It's 81 at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A teenage girl was shot and killed in North Braddock late last night. It happened around 9:30 in the 400 block of Lovinger Avenue. State police say 18-year-old Nevaeh Howard of Rankin was taken to UPMC Presby and died a short time later. No word yet of any arrests or suspects. Penn State's Board of Trustees has approved a major renovation of Beaver Stadium. News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander has more.
With a vote of 26-2 in favor and 3 abstentions, Beaver Stadium will undergo a $700 million upgrade in 3 phases, and it should be completed before the 2027 football season. Phase 1 will feature a winterization that will allow Penn State to host events when temperatures are below freezing. There will be a widening of select concourses, new escalators, better lighting, and video board replacements. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
An important link to the South Side in Station Square is set to close tonight. News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee has that.
Tonight at 9, the Smithfield Street Bridge, which spans the Mon River between downtown and the South Side, will close for overnight construction work. The work is part of an $8.9 million bridge preservation project set for completion later this summer. During the work hours, only pedestrians and emergency vehicles will be allowed on the span. The bridge is expected to reopen by 6 a.m. tomorrow. Greg McAtee, News Radio KDKA.
Students in nearly 40 Pittsburgh public schools are at home for a second day of remote learning because their classrooms are considered too hot with the lack of air conditioning. Nina Esposito-Viscaitis is the former president of the Pittsburgh Teachers Union and shared her thoughts with KDKA TV.
I know it's expensive, but they have to do something bold because kids can't learn and teachers can't teach.
Esposito-Viscaitis points out some of the roughly 18,500 students at home today don't have air conditioning either. The estimated cost to install air conditioning in 37 buildings is between $443 and $552 million. The busy Memorial Day weekend really begins Thursday as people start heading for holiday destinations. It's estimated just under 3 million motorists will use the PA Turnpike. Spokesperson Crispin Havener told KDKA Radio, one way to stay informed is using 511pa.com to see live traffic conditions statewide.
If you are on the Turnpike and run into an emergency situation or see something, you can dial star 11 on your phone to contact our traffic center.
Thursday and Friday are expected to be the heaviest travel days of the holiday weekend. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 17 points at 39,856. The Nasdaq up 6 points, and the S&P is down 1. KDKA Sports, Nick Gonzalez's RBI single in the bottom of the 10th inning lifted the Pirates to a 7-6 victory over San Francisco last night. The Pirates have won 4 of the last 5. Tonight, Jared Jones starts for the Bucks in Game 2 of the series. Also, the team announced Barry Bonds, Jim Leland, and Manny Sanguillen are the 2024 inductees into the Pirates Hall of Fame. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, making life better one roof at a time. Trust PJ.com. And by Julia & Gray Associates. Avoid mistakes and protect your assets at grayelderlaw.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:03. It is cloudy and 81 in Pittsburgh now. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Did you know new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson can transform the look and feel of your home? Paul Alexander here. Renewal by Anderson acclaimed windows are custom built for a weather-tight fit in your home. This can help reduce drafts and increase comfort. And their windows are available in 9 exterior colors that can enhance your home's curb appeal. Right now, during the Memorial Day sales event, save 20% on all windows and doors, plus get $500 off your entire project when you buy 4 or more units. Special financing is available. May is also Military Appreciation Month at Renewal by Anderson. Past and present military members will receive an added special discount. Offer ends May 31st. Call 412-448-9090, 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for additional details.
Everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or biglou.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kathy?
Hey, Marty, not too much is going on the roadways now. Just a little bit of traffic over on that Parkway West inbound. We're still backing pretty close to the top of Green Tree Hill. We're only slowing now on the Parkway East at Edgewood Swissvale. We're clear on 28. Parkway North looks good. No problems at all either direction. Your HOV lane's now open on the outbound side. The earlier accident Crosstown Boulevard at 7th Avenue has been cleared. With AAA traffic, I'm Kathy Bergren on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, warm and humid, the high 86. Watch out for a strong thunderstorm or two later this afternoon or early tonight, any of which can produce damaging wind gusts and cause flash flooding. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Traffic jams, tailgating, pileups. Ugh, the joys of driving. How could it get worse? The federal government wants to have a say in what you drive. That's right. The Biden administration's EPA is pushing mandates that would ban 2 out of every 3 vehicles on the road today. Don't let Washington become your backseat driver. Protect the freedom of driving your way. Visit EnergyCitizens.org. Paid for by the American Petroleum Institute.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 24-25 season at Heinz Hall. 7 events will broaden your perspective and deepen your understanding of the world around you. Featuring legendary composer Andrew Lloyd Webber, Liz Cheney, Supreme Court correspondent Nina Totenberg, and artificial intelligence pioneer Oren Etzioni. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at PittsburghSpeakers.org.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, pretty cool stuff. Sources are telling me this NFL is going to announce here, I guess any minute, that the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and we got a guest, but we want to mention this real quickly. It will be announced here in the next few minutes by the NFL, and I guess then the Steelers that Pittsburgh will get this NFL draft, which I love, and I love watching it, and I love and get it. Patrick, when is it? 2026 draft?
2026 coming up.
And I know you're not a big football guy, but you understand what this does for a town, right?
Oh, it's huge.
Huge.
Economically, that is a huge boom for our town.
It's amazing.
The entire region.
It's exciting as hell. And what they do is they come in here, man, they build this massive kind of enclosure. Where was it? Detroit this year.
Yeah, Detroit. It was huge.
Where they have 300,000 people.
Yeah, over I forget how many days.
That was very cool.
Now, but yeah, almost 300,000 people came to watch draft live.
And I saw The Athletic was reporting that Pittsburgh was a finalist. What were you saying the other city was?
Denver was a candidate.
I see.
There was another town that we didn't think could support it.
But this could be several $100 million cash infusion to this town.
Hundreds of millions.
I absolutely love it. I love how the Steelers have managed it. You know, I love the Steelers. I love how they handle their business. I just do. I love what's happening with them, and I love this buzz. It's so great. And Pittsburgh deserves this, man.
Oh, I mean, the trickle down from it's going to be amazing, too. The restaurants,
yes.
The hotels.
Please.
Everything across the board. There's no downside here.
The buzz it'll create.
Huge.
So this is what I'm told, anyway, that I guess the NFL is going to announce this first, and I guess the Steelers will then do something. But it's very exciting. It's very, very cool, and we're thrilled. Thrilled that it's happening. I'm told it's going to happen here in the next few minutes. I love this stuff, though. Love it for Pittsburgh. Speaking of love it. Speaking of loving it. You like that transition, Dave? You like that?
Certainly do.
Dave is with the Marcellus Show Coalition. I'm a huge, huge fan, of the gold under our feet. What's the reserve we have? Is it 100 years? Is it more, Dave?
Well over 100 years, Marty. Yeah, we've got reliable sources, adequate, abundant sources of energy below our feet.
Right, and hundreds of thousands of jobs and literally billions in revenue, sir.
Absolutely, $41 billion in economic activity in 2022 alone.
Which why it annoys the hell out of me that whatever the hell Biden did to kind of limit the export and slow down the development, it gives you a rash. I know Dave doesn't say this, but it gives me a rash that they've done this. Now you have this amazing report suggesting that this is actually working to help the environment, or is it not?
It certainly is. You know, I've been on with you a number of times. We talk about the emissions reductions in the power sector. You know, the electric power generation sector is a major source of air pollution, but the increased use of natural gas there has really, really dropped key air pollutants. And, you know, nitrogen oxides, 88%, sulfur oxides, 96%. But what does that really mean? I mean, it's a big number, right? So what we did is we looked at the data that the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection compiles. We applied an EPA methodology for assigning a dollar amount in benefits, health benefits, associated with each ton of reduction of those air pollutants. And we came up with anywhere from, $450 billion to about $1.04 trillion in public health benefits cumulative since 2005. So cleaning the air, keeping people healthy, one of the many, many benefits of increased use of natural gas, and natural gas that's produced right here in Pennsylvania.
By the way, I've said this from day one. This is not some revelation to me. I'm not having a moment of epiphany here because I believe everything he's saying. However, comment. Here's what the haters will say. He's full of crap. He's a mouthpiece for the industry. Right? That's what they'll say. But these are facts that are very clear. Are they not, Dave?
Everything we share is publicly available, verifiable. Again, we use EPA methodology. We looked at Pennsylvania DEP emissions numbers. Facts are the facts. Natural gas rose from, at the turn of the century, generating maybe 1.5% of the power produced in Pennsylvania to 59% today.
Wow.
Adding greatly to, again, these emissions reductions, helping the reliability of the grid, and propping up and supporting intermittent sources of generation like wind and solar as well.
I love it. And at the end of the day, if we don't grab onto this, somebody else will, and we will suffer, will we not, sir?
Energy security is a great thing. We finally attained it a few years ago, and we can have it, again, going back to your first question, for more than 100 or more years. And we can export that energy security to our friends and allies abroad.
Hey, Dave, I don't understand why this is a struggle for people. I really can't. Is it just politics and wokeness? No, seriously. What's the problem here, man? Seriously.
There are problems abound. I mean, when you look at it, I listened to the newscast and a little bit of the sports before you brought me on. They're talking about the Pirates Hall of Fame.
Right.
Natural gas should be in the Energy Hall of Fame.
I agree.
It really should. It's done so much for this state economically and environmentally, and those benefits extend to all of America and the rest of the world.
And now you have proof that the benefits of the environment also exist. How much in terms of, we talking about in terms of numbers?
Sure. Dollar amounts anywhere from $450 billion to over $1 trillion in public health benefits. That could be anything from reduced doctor visits, reduced use of medication, you name it. Many, many benefits associated with increased use of natural gas.
Dave Callahan, you're my man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Marty.
All right, man. Facts. I get so annoyed. I get so irritated with the pushback from this craziness that I pull out the little hair I have left. Because at the end of the day, I also know a significant number of people whose farms were saved by this industry. I know a significant number of people. This is life-changing stuff on natural gas and the drilling and the checks. And now we have proof that it's got economic benefits and health benefits. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Marty, traffic around the area looks pretty good. Just a little bit of traffic remains on that Parkway East, right around Edgewood, Swissvale, into the tunnels. 28 looks good. So does the Parkway North. HOV lanes open on the outbound side. Folks traveling on the inbound side of 51, here and there, just a traffic light delay as you make your way down toward the Liberty tunnels. Parkway West inbound still a little busy right around Parkway Center into the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Kathy Berkman on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Set your alarm. Memorial Day doorbusters are here at Lowe's. Save big on a Master Forge 3-burner gas grill for just $99. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now only $896. Beat the rush for these limited-time deals before they're gone. Because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 5/27. Appliance offer valid on items 782472 and 670009. Price includes all discounts while supplies last.
It's time to get ready for summer at Macy's Memorial Day sale. Save on great specials for more time in the sun, like 40% off women's swim and cover-ups, and 30 to 40% off sandals, handbags, and more. Level up your cookout game with 50 to 60% off cookware and grilling accessories. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money bonus days. See Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Today at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Spring is in full bloom, and so are the savings at Bowser Subaru's Spring Sales Event. Get ready to experience the thrill of the open road in a brand new Subaru Outback, designed for adventure and built for life's journeys. Right now at Bowser Subaru, get 2.9% APR for 72 months. Whether you're cruising down the city streets of Pittsburgh or exploring the great outdoors, Bowser Subaru has the perfect vehicle for you. From the versatile Crosstrek to the rugged Outback, check out our lineup at BowserSubaru.com with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends May 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Hey, folks, sitting here with my wife. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good.
What do you have around your neck?
A beautiful diamond.
The diamond. From where?
Diamonds Direct.
That's right. Now, I got it there because, well, there's several reasons. First of all, the value is insane. Their salespeople are the kindest, most knowledgeable sales folks I've ever met. Then there's the location. It's right there off of Midnight Road, right there at the mall. You'll see it. Diamonds Direct, big store on the right. Also, the value. They will make sure that you get the lowest price ever. So I got my daughter's 16th birthday diamond necklace, her first diamond necklace ever at Diamonds Direct. My wife is wearing a diamond I got for her for Christmas at Diamonds Direct. Hooked up by my girl Melanie at Diamonds Direct. And they're ready to help you. Remember, folks, where it is. Right there at the mall, right there at McKnight Road, diamondsdirect.com.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontier show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
Highest quality beef and plenty of meaty savings right now in all 8 local Coons markets.
80% lean fresh ground beef, just $3.79 per pound, and USDA Choice semi-bonus New York strip steaks, only $9.99 with reward card savings.
Great savings.
Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm thrilled, man. I'm obsessed. I would watch the NFL every single day if I could. I just would. The NFL is meeting in Nashville right now. They're supposed to announce here in the next few minutes that the Steelers are getting the NFL draft. And that's a huge deal. I'm told Jerry Dulac from the PG is in Nashville because of this. It's funny. It's not funny. It's amazing how the NFL has done this, and the Steelers are included in that group, Patrick. No one gave a crap about this kind of thing when we were growing up, man. It was like a ticker underneath the... No one cared.
Right? Aside from, like a weekend special. That was about it.
Now it's a business. They've turned it into an... I'm entertained as hell by it. And I want to grab the guru himself, probably the best sports journalist I've ever met in my life, and someone I have always admired. Ed Bouchette. My brother, how are you?
You are so flattering, you know that?
Hey, man, truth hurts, brother. How important is this for the city of Pittsburgh and the Steelers?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's you know, they estimated, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands were at the last one in Detroit, and I dispute that. I don't think there were 10 times a packed Heinz Field in downtown Detroit, but nevertheless.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it builds up. It's not a one-day thing.
No, man.
It's now a 3-day thing, and I'm sure people come in the day before and leave the day after. So, other than I can't think of a bigger event. I really can't. I mean, they tried the Super Bowl lukewarmly, which was crazy because they were never going to get a Super Bowl.
I see. Yeah.
But this is maybe an all-star game. You know, there have been a couple of those in Pittsburgh. Those were big, but all-star baseball games. You know, an AFC championship game is big, but mostly those are Steeler fans just coming to the game, right?
Great point.
It's not so many out-of-towners. I mean, you're not going to be able to get a hotel room. You can't get one during a Steeler game anyway, but I mean, you know, people will be staying in Altoona and coming in.
It's actually true. It's kind of cool. Hey, Ed.
But it's huge.
Yeah, when we were growing up, brother, and you've been closer to the Steelers than anyone I've ever known, this didn't matter to people. Now it's an industry, sir, is it not?
Well, it always mattered. I will say
okay,
that.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
When I started covering, it always mattered. But I will tell you, Marty, we used to go in on a Tuesday morning early. They'd start the draft at 8 o'clock. There was no TV, no radio.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if you remember the name Radio Rich. He was... They hired him to come in and write the names on a grease board when anybody was drafted. That's how we found out.
Wow.
And, you know, then the radio would maybe break in and say, hey, the Steelers drafted so-and-so, local radio. And that was it.
Wow.
It wouldn't even interview the guy until there was competing. KDKA, Channel 11, and Channel 4 used to compete to see who could bring in the first-round pick. They bring him in by helicopter or something like that.
Yes.
And, yeah, the TV stations would compete to bring him in the next day. You know, it was well, everything's changed, but that's true. The draft is crazy. They used to have it one whole day. There were 12 rounds.
Wow. Hey, Ed, this also says a lot about the Steelers. It says a lot about the Steelers, the juice they have, does it not, sir?
Well, yes and no. I think they should have had it before Cleveland had it.
Oh, okay.
Some of those other places as well. I think they should have had it before a lot of those places. Nashville. I mean, you know, the Steelers have been around for a long time and have been successful.
True.
Longer than some of those others. I don't think they put the effort in until now, though. I think that was the case. The city and the Steelers finally got their act together and decided to make a big pitch for this, and they got it. It's big. It is.
It is big. And in fact, you mentioned Dulac. Dulac is in Nashville because I'm an idiot. I don't even know what's going on there. That's where the NFL's meeting?
Oh, it's okay. You're not a sports guy.
I'm not.
No, yeah, they have a spring meeting down there. It's 3 days or something like that, and Jerry went down because he had a pretty good inkling they were going to make this announcement down there from the meeting.
Man, it's several $100 million to this town, and he's right about the hotel rooms. I promise you right now. Huh?
I think it's more than several.
Several $100 million.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Yes. All the hotels will be filled. The restaurants will be going crazy. Merchandise, you know, people will have to eat, and people will be buying stuff down in the Strip District and everywhere else.
I love it, man.
It may be the biggest event Pittsburgh has had in sports.
Wow.
Now, the World Series is big, but they didn't draw like this.
No,
Marty.
man. No, you're right, brother. I'm thrilled. I love this kind of stuff. I think it's entertaining as hell. I really do. I think they've done a marvelous
Super Bowl big, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, for the number of people coming from out of town, I think, you know. And there's a lot of, it being in Pittsburgh, there's a lot of drivable NFL cities around that, you know, get in their cars and come here.
I love it, man. I'm thrilled for the Steelers. I'm thrilled for this town, and I'm thrilled
Yeah,
about
it's big.
It's
It is
big,
big.
brother.
Big.
Hey, before you go, I'm jazzed about this team. Are you jazzed? Kind of cool what's happening. You feeling it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Marty, I'm retired 2
You're my
years.
man,
you know,
though.
I did that
You're
for
my
him.
man, though.
But I think the quarterback situation is going to be better. The line's going to be better.
Yep.
The defense should be just as good.
Yep.
They need a receiver, though. They need a receiver. They got to get a receiver somewhere. Another receiver.
Ed
Gotta get
Bouchette, a true Hall of Famer, the legend, and my main man. Thanks, brother. You're the best.
All right, Marty. I'll see you later. I like your new time spot, by the way.
So do I, man.
You don't wake me up anymore.
I don't, brother. He's so honest. He's so honest. I love him. He's a legend. So, that's the breaking news. You had it here first. You heard it here first. It's a hell of a deal, Patrick. I swear to God, I'm so jazzed about this.
That's exciting. I'm jazzed.
Hell yeah, man. I got to call my boys at the William Penn and get some rooms booked. Maybe a whole floor.
Oh, there you go.
Go Steelers. Go Pittsburgh. Love, love, love it.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized with help from Beacon. I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, Pittsburgh's custom window treatment leader for over 60 years. Free shop and home service, huge selection of blinds and drapery fabrics, factory direct prices. Call 412-665-4900 or visit lachinadrapery.com.
Hey guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend J.K., the man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. J.K. delivers. Great stuff.
People, listen to me, please.
You want to hear what I have to say? Your voice.
My voice. Voice my displeasure.
The loudest voice is heard.
Can you hear me?
It's our chance to use our voice.
Here.
Thank you for giving us a voice.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's cloudy and 81 at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. As you just heard, the breaking news, the Steelers in the city of Pittsburgh have been awarded the 2026 NFL Draft. The league just made the announcement a few minutes ago at the owners' meeting in Nashville. More on this developing story at noon. A man was shot this morning in Stowe Township. Allegheny County Police say it happened around 9 a.m. in the 300 block of Singer Avenue. First responders say a bullet grazed the man's face. He was taken to a hospital, treated, and released. Detectives are investigating to identify a suspect now. The Biden administration is announcing today additional student loan debt relief. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
The administration is canceling student loans for another 160,000 borrowers who signed up for the president's Saving on a Valuable Education plan through a combination of existing programs, erasing $7.7 billion in federal student loans. The cancellation is moving forward even as Biden's plan faces legal challenges from Republican-led states. In 2 federal lawsuits, 18 states say the administration needed to go through Congress to overhaul repayment plans. The Supreme Court rejected Biden's earlier attempt at one-time cancellation, saying it overstepped the President's authority. Tamira Rush News Radio, KDKA.
Pittsburgh's tech sector lost almost 4,000 jobs in 2023. A new annual report from the Computing Technology Industry Association also projects growth of over 230 jobs this year. Pittsburgh Business Times reports the tech sector had an approximate economic impact of just under $12 billion, which is 7.3% of the overall local economy. Again, repeating our top story, as Marty Griffin broke just a few moments ago, the Steelers and the city of Pittsburgh have been awarded the 2026 NFL Draft. At this hour on Wall Street.
Before you go, this is a big damn deal, isn't it, man?
Absolutely. And when you consider the fact that we've also got now the Atlantic 10 tournament coming in, not too far apart these two events will be. We're going to be so busy we won't know what to do with all of it.
We talk about this all the time. Two things jump out, and I'm not being a cynic here. Number one, can we protect people here? Will they have enough cops? Number two, Raz, are there enough hotel rooms?
And logistics. Where are they going to put everybody? Because it's going to be a huge crowd. We saw what happened in Detroit.
By the way, this is another great point. Raz, I don't know, and I'm trying to find out right now, where will they physically? You know, you saw in Detroit, they built that kind of, almost a dome, Patrick. Almost, right? Where will they put it?
Like a small arena into itself, yeah.
And were there 180,000 people at least? But it's still thrilling as hell.
I can see it happening on several venues.
Where do you think?
The North Shore primarily.
Oh, yeah. Where do you think?
I don't know. Is there space on the North Shore anymore? I don't think there is.
Well, you've also got Point State Park you can look at as well.
Can they use a state park?
Good question.
I don't know. I got to find this.
Yeah, you mentioned Hazelwood Green. That makes perfect sense.
But, however, one road in, one road out.
Yeah.
Right?
Plus, you know, what you also have access to is PNC Park and the stadium, Acrisure. We'll close it out, Marty. On Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 69 points at 39,804. The NASDAQ up 17. The S&P is up about 3 points right now. KDKA Radio News Time is 11:33. Our next update on this is at noon on The Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hey, folks, everyone knows Memorial Day weekend means great sales, and no one puts on a bigger sale on this weekend than Robert Levin, my man, and his Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores team. Save up to 50% off on outdoor furniture and new collections, plus an extra 25% off of everything. There's also 5 years special financing with no money down. Minimum purchase of $24.99. Extra savings on mattresses. Check out Levin's Memorial Day weekend sale at all Levin stores. So, hey, it's Marty. You know, we're getting there at spring right here. It's going to get real windy. A lot of trees leaning over toward your house, leaning over in the yard. Tree branches in a precarious position. Here's what you got to do. You got to call my boy Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Insane pricing, the best training, the best equipment. I've used Carlos at my house several times, and my neighbors. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
At Spitzer Acura, we've got a huge selection of vehicles, state-of-the-art showrooms, and yes, we've even got Panda. But the most important thing is you. That's why everything here revolves around you. Like the Spitzer Shield that offers added protection at no additional cost, including a nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, and we've got incredible deals on new 2024 Integras.
Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer Acura McMurray.
Our world revolves around you. Visit SpitzerAcura.com for details.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, Bob Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Marty, we do have a couple of accidents out there. One of them is being cleared over on Siebert Road, and this is right around the intersection with McKnight Road. So crews are working with that. We also have an accident over in South Fayette. This is on Boys Home Road at Union Avenue. Now getting reports of one in McKeesport on Windsor Street at West 5th Avenue. Still looking at those delays on the Parkway West, once again starting to back pretty close to the top of Green Tree Hill into the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Kathy Bergren on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sun, warm and humid this afternoon with a high of 86. Watch out for a couple of strong thunderstorms this afternoon and early tonight, any of which can produce flooding downpours and damaging wind gusts. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Oh, it's still hot, hot, hot. How are we all dealing with the heat? That's one thing we'll talk about today. Colin Dunlap with you 2 to 6 every weekday right here. KDK.
Big deal. Big. Seriously, man. Ask my wife. I am glued to the television for 3 days, this draft. And the buzz. Whoo! I love the Rooneys. I love what the hell they pulled off here. And the Steelers and what it's going to do for this town. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. At the end of the day, it's a showcase. I got to find out, though, where they're going to have it, Patrick. What do you think, man? Acrisure?
Is it big enough?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
And I don't see the physical space, like you said, anymore on the north side.
No, the space is no longer there. We don't have all the empty parking lots. That's gone.
Point State Park would make perfect sense if the state allows that kind of stuff.
But even on our biggest days of like firework nights, that's 100,000 people, right?
No, well, look at 300,000 downtown, they say. I don't know. I'm just kind of running this through my head. I don't know. I got to try and get the governor. I think this is fascinatingly cool. I love this, man. I love it, man. And look, we have issues with staffing with cops. I promise you, they'll have enough cops. They'll find a way. They have to. They have no chance. There's a pony. The man himself. Come on. There we go. Pony, what's up? This is cool, right?
Marty, congratulations on breaking the news. I would not break my workout plan. I was just heavy lifting.
Whoa.
I don't do CrossFit like Colin, but I do. I do not. I do have a personal trainer though.
Yeah.
And we just said let's take a timeout because Marty Griffin wants to talk.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, bro? How big is this?
Well, it's massive because it's the biggest event that we'll ever host from a football perspective. We'll never get the Super Bowl here. I've been lucky enough to cover Super Bowls. I've been to those places, Los Angeles, Phoenix. We just don't have the hotel, the infrastructure here. Everybody knows that. And so the next best thing has become the draft. And it's a multi-$100 million event. It's a 3-day event.
Hell yeah.
It goes everywhere now. So just makes sense that one of the great football cities in America gets to host this draft now.
Hey, Pony, tell me where the hell they'll have it, man.
Great question. I've heard from multiple people that it can't be the point, that they just don't think it logistically would make sense there. They don't think they can pull it off there, and that's where every fan has said the point. I've actually heard the opposite. from my birdies, and I have many.
Yeah.
They say no point. But remember now, this is going to be an NFL call. This is not the Steelers' call.
Yeah.
They can say we would prefer it here, we might like it here, but ultimately the NFL is going to have the final say on this. And it'll be interesting. It's in Green Bay, I think, this spring, and obviously Green Bay does not have all kinds of public areas to have an event this big. They might just have it at Lambeau Field, and so maybe we'll just have it at Acrisure Stadium in 2026. So Bears watching what happens with the Packers in the draft this spring, Marty.
Hey, Pony, how about Hazelwood Green, man?
Tell me more about it. I think I have some friends that are involved in that. What do you think? You like that idea?
Except for the access.
Well, the access isn't great, but the space is huge over there.
Yeah.
It's not far from the Steelers' Southside facility. Now, I'm looking at the announcement on Steelers.com. In the first paragraph, they're mentioning that it will incorporate elements of Point State Park as well as Acrisure Stadium.
Oh.
Now, it doesn't say that that's the focal point, but there will be pieces there.
Right, yeah, and so that see, because if you look at Detroit, they had that massive plaza there, area where they did it, Union Station in Kansas City a couple of years ago. I just don't think we have a central location in the city of Pittsburgh that quite squares up with where it's been the last couple of years.
And the impact on this town, just money-wise, man, massive, Pony.
Well, yeah, because it's crazy, Marty. You know, the non-sports people, they don't. It doesn't make sense. Like, my wife doesn't understand the hoopla and everything that comes with the draft. She's like, they're just reading names.
Nah.
Why do people get so invested in this? Fans travel from literally around the world to attend the draft. There will be people here from other continents who love standing and listening to the commissioner announce the name of potentially their next best player. Yeah, there will be thousands of people that converge upon Pittsburgh for this. Our hotels will be packed. Our restaurants will be filled. It'll be an opportunity to showcase Pittsburgh like never before.
Hey, Pony, I love it, man. I can't turn it off. It's so damn good.
Well, I don't know if I'll go. I think I'll be at home. I'm one of those creatures of habits. I get in my man cave area, and I need to study every pick and everything that goes on. So I don't know if I'll be out there for the draft. It'll be a totally unique experience for me, Marty. I think I like it at home better than in person. I hope that doesn't make me a Debbie Downer. Sorry, Rich Fitzgerald. I don't mean to offend anybody with those comments, but that's just kind of the way I roll, Marty. I'd rather be on my couch.
You have the biggest show in this town. You'll be there, brother. You won't have a choice, my man.
Marty, it's great to hear you in this time slot. I listen every day. I'm going to tell everybody at the gym, let's turn on Marty Griffin right now.
Pony.
Let's get to the oldies, listen to Marty.
Pony. Thanks, brother.
See you, man.
He is the absolute best. I love that man. He's a hell of a deal, man. Do you know what the draft party will cost the city of Pittsburgh?
A lot less than it'll bring in.
My man Jack, I love you. I miss you. I mean it. However, my man, this is like manna from heaven, Patrick, right?
Absolutely.
Massive.
This is a gift.
Massive, folks. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Marty, it looks like we may have an accident here on the Parkway East on the inbound side as you make your way down toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Traffic is starting to back once again before Edgewood-Swissville, almost to the Brinton Road overpass. Over on the Parkway West, that does slow right at the top of Green Tree Hill into the Fort Pitt tunnels. No problems on 79. Parkway North looks good. So does Route 28. With AAA traffic, I'm Kathy Berggren on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
We gathered real Pennsylvania seniors and asked them how they would benefit from an extra $1,000. Here's what they had to say.
Everything is so expensive these days.
Car expenses, repairs.
My groceries, heating costs.
Medications. Sure, I could easily spend $1,000 like that.
Through Pennsylvania's property tax rent rebate program, eligible seniors and adults with disabilities could receive up to $1,000. Check your eligibility and apply online.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $20 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-574-6468, and you are guaranteed a $20 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-574-6468. Call now, and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-574-6468 now to secure your $20 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-574-6468.
Man, I was so sick recently. I was lying in the hospital bed at UPMC Presby and then Montefiore, thinking, here we go again with this serious illness. I haven't felt that bad in years and thought, I'm so tired of this. And then the UPMC folks stepped in. And the kindness and the consideration and the expertise. I'm serious about this. Literally has me back on my feet, feeling 100% again. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Pirates baseball tomorrow on the station that invented baseball on the radio.
Hayes dives, has it from his knees to second one. Relay, two, double play.
It's hard to left field. Going back is Pache. It's a cruise missile.
Swing and a miss. He
Paul
struck him
Skeens
out.
takes the hill against the Giants at 11:40.
With the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show presented by Pella Windows on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hello, I'm business broker Bruce Violet, and I often get asked, what's the best business to get into these days? Well, the answer is the all-new home-based franchise businesses, available in hundreds of different business categories. Ever dreamed of owning your own business, working from home at an extremely affordable cost? Well, now you can, and together we can make it happen. To learn more, visit my website at OpportunityU.com. That's OpportunityU.com, or call 800-980-2040.
Paul Alexander here. When replacing your windows and doors, you want quality and affordability, right? Well, Renewal by Andersen offers both. All their windows are made with their exclusive Fibrex composite material. They're durable, energy efficient, and low maintenance. And as one of the largest window companies in Pittsburgh, they can usually offer bigger discounts than smaller companies. Now, during their Memorial Day sales event, save 20% on all windows and doors and get $500 off your entire project when you buy 4 or more units. Affordable payment options are available. And May is Military Appreciation Month at Renewal by Andersen. All past and present military members will receive an added special discount. Offer ends May 31st. Call 412-448-9090, 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for additional details.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Wow, cool stuff. My man's here. What's up, brother? Colin Dunlap. What do you think, man? First take.
I think they should cobble all the players down on Station Square, and when they get announced, they should ride the incline up.
Wow.
But the incline would be broken down.
See, Patrick.
Don't be under repairs.
Don't rain on our parade.
I've heard for a while. Look, like this was the worst kept secret in the world.
But it was announced this morning.
Right, and I said this when I had Rich on not long ago, and he pretty much said it was the day after the first night in Detroit, or maybe the second night in Detroit. And Rich pretty much said this is the worst kept secret in the world. One of the things they were waiting on, Marty, was to make sure the plans were far enough along and everything was A-OK with the airport. That was one of the big things.
Makes sense.
Because we're going to have that many people coming into town. You can make a claim, and I don't know how you can negate this, that this might be the biggest event in Pittsburgh history.
Great. Patrick, don't you agree?
In terms of volume.
Absolutely. I mean, next to what was it, G20, huge.
I thought of the crowds when I was a kid when they won the.
Have people flow all the way up through the boulevard and places like that. Much like whenever there's a victory parade.
But this is why I love him.
What if they announce today they're having it in Cranberry?
Whoa.
Would that make people
So
crazy?
hold on, help me out. Because you're a smart guy. Where would they have it, though? Where, man?
At the point.
At the point.
Yes, and have the crowds flow up the boulevard. All the way to the point.
See, that's what I say.
In through there.
That's what I say.
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. We don't have that wide swath of parking lots anymore. Every time you go down to the North Shore, it's being built vertically with buildings.
No, it's true.
And that was going to happen when they went to the two stadiums.
You're right.
And it makes sense. There's no other swath of land where you can do it. And if you use the template that is used whenever they have a victory parade, they come down the boulevard, right? And then they go into the park, and you put a stage there. That's probably the best chance. And then you have, for television's sake, which is always important too, what you see on your television, you have the stadium in the backdrop.
And what about Hazelwood Green?
No,
lousy.
Ingress and egress is
horrible.
That's why there's not a concert there.
Horrible.
Right.
One road, 2 lanes.
I mean, you can't have a lemonade stand there.
No, it's crazy.
It's just not feasible.
What about as an event to brand Pittsburgh? Because 2 issues he just mentioned. One major issue, police staffing.
Yeah.
They better figure it out.
Well, when is this? March, April 2026?
Yep.
Is that Gainey going to be mayor?
Yes.
Huh.
Who's going to beat him?
Yeah, you're right.
Who's going to run?
Maybe the controller?
Nah. I like her, but way off.
They better fix that. But, here's the thing. I've covered U.S. Opens.
Yeah.
I've covered all kinds of football playoffs and baseball playoffs in this town. Whenever you have a major event, it's not just the city police. It's the county police.
Right.
It's the state police.
You're right.
It's you bring in every law enforcement person you've ever seen, seemingly from 10 counties around.
Patrick, one of my boys texted Star Lake.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Start parking now, man.
Yeah, I'm excited though. It's a big deal. Pony's, by the way, a liar.
What did he say?
I love him. There's not a chance in the world he's going to be sitting on his couch watching this when it's 10 miles from his house.
I thought maybe because he said he has a trainer. He's ready to kick your ass.
Pony.
Yeah, that's what he said, right, Patrick?
He did mention a trainer.
He better bring some friends with him. Trainer. What's he doing?
He said
he's working out
right now.
Good for him.
Get yoked.
Well, here's the thing. When you're a new dad like that, you could fall into bad habits, man.
He said he's ready to take you down.
No, he didn't. You're making this up.
Patrick,
again.
He kind of inferred it, did he?
He didn't even bring my name up, did he?
Oh, yeah, he actually did. Yeah.
What did he say? I got to go back and listen.
He said, I don't do that silly CrossFit
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He said he don't do CrossFit like Colin. I have a personal trainer.
They better look like James Harrison.
He's not going shirtless with a weighted vest just yet.
No.
By the way,
no.
I love watching the draft. Love it.
I think it's great. You know why? It's a made-for-television production. Okay, sure, whatever. You could talk about the hokiness of. There's still a purity and a real moment in so much as somebody's dream came true.
Hell yes.
That can't not be extracted from that moment. No matter what, no matter how their agent floated them money, no matter how that there's the bastardization of amateur sport, that they're actually professionals in college now. No matter all that, it's the moment a dream was realized.
Yeah. And the characters they have working it now. Mel Kiper's hilarious.
Mel Kiper should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
He's unbelievably talented.
He changed a whole faction of something involved in pro football, which is the draft.
Right.
He should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
He made it a franchise.
Made it an event.
Yep.
You heard Ed talking about how it was just some guy wrote on a wax board.
See, I didn't know that, Patrick.
Yeah, Radio Rich, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there if I can. I love this stuff.
Yeah?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, good stuff. It'll be at the point, I think. And that makes the most sense.
It does. He's right, Patrick. If you think in your head, right? Facing the city, will they build a dome facing the river or facing the city?
No, it'll have the back of it'll be like towards the fountains. They got to have the stadium in the shot.
Oh yeah.
And you can have the stadium in the shot off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, but you saw what they did in Detroit. It was fully enclosed. It wasn't open where you're looking at the stadiums. You had camera shots bringing those views in.
Excellent point.
So it's a giant television production. So wherever there's a camera, you've got that piece being brought in. And they had other stages and things set up for other things. So I don't know. It could be a piece of it, or it could all be centered there.
Call Bethany. Maybe we'll have it at the jail. All right.
Love it. Thanks, brother.
Go.
Love
I'll
it.
see you.
Hey, let's do the ticket giveaway. 2 Pirate tickets for Wednesday, May 22nd. Love this. No. I apologize. June 7th, PNC Park. June 7th, PNC Park. What number, caller, my friend?
Let's do 11.
11. 866-391-1020. 2 Pirate tickets, free. June 7th. June 7th, PNC Park. Great game. Call us, folks. 866-391-1020. Cool.
There's so much going on in the world.
Say the word and unlock the world.
I love listening on Alexa.
It's on every smart speaker I have.
Some rooms have more than one because my husband's obsessed with technology.
Tell your smart speaker to play News Radio KDKA.
Hi, I'm Lynn Hayes Freeland, and if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Visit aetnamedicare.com/KDKA today.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal, and features and availability may vary by service area.
There is treatment for your neuropathy pain. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla, owner of Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine. If you suffer from numbness and tingling in your hands and feet, throbbing pain, or you can't sleep at night, Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine treats neuropathy symptoms daily without drugs and surgery. Call 724-224-2224 to schedule your free consultation at our Sarver or Brackenridge offices. Just call Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine at 724-224-2224 for relief.
And paid for by AG Marketing Group. Attention timeshare owners. If you need to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, please listen to the following message. Getting out of a timeshare commitment is not easy, and it takes time. But we specialize in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares forever. Can't get the vacation dates that work for you? Maybe you felt taken advantage of or forced into the timeshare? Maybe you just can't continue to shoulder those monthly payments any longer. If you need to eliminate your timeshare commitment, then you need to take down this number, 800-866-7061. We will safely and legally get rid of your timeshare payments forever, all with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't continue to let your timeshare be a financial burden to you and your loved ones. Call us now at 800-866-7061. The call is free. The consultation is free. Call 800-866-7061. That's 800-866-7061. Again, 800-866-7061.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington, Wexford, and Uniontown. Visit ShorkeyKia.com today. KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 83 at 12 o'clock. We have breaking news. The NFL has selected the city of Pittsburgh to host the 2026 draft. The league made it official this morning during owners' meetings in Nashville. In a release, the Steelers say draft events will be held at Acrisure Stadium and Point State Park. Former Post-Gazette columnist and Steelers insider Ed Bouchette joined KDK Radio in the moments after Marty Griffin broke the news.
It's huge. It builds up. It's not a one-day thing. It's now a 3-day thing.
And I'm sure people come in the day before and leave the day after. So I can't think of a bigger event. I really can't.
The draft will generate millions of dollars for Pittsburgh's economy. For example, in Kansas City, the site of the 2023 draft, the economic impact was approximately $160 million. This year, estimates of $175 to $200 million follow the 2024 draft in Detroit. The Atlantic 10 Conference is bringing its basketball tournament back to PPG Paints Arena in 2026. Duquesne won this year's A10 title on the way to the NCAA tournament, where the Dukes pulled off an opening round upset. Pittsburgh hosted 5 of the first 6 Atlantic 10 tournaments, starting in 1978 at Civic Arena. Students who attend 39 Pittsburgh public schools will be learning at home again today because classrooms without air conditioning are considered too hot. It's not a new problem, and some parents are asking when it will be solved. School Board President Gene Walker talked with KDKA TV.
My hope is that sometime in the near future, we don't have to do this again because our schools will be adequately equipped.
Installing air conditioning in nearly 40 buildings could cost between $443 million and $552 million. Memorial Day weekend is almost here, and the roads are about to become crowded. News Radio KDKA Susie Cool has that.
From Thursday, May 23rd to Monday, May 27th, the PA Turnpike is projecting that 2.9 million motorists will take the road and head to their holiday destinations via the Turnpike. Here's a tip on how to navigate the holiday travel safely, according to Assistant Press Secretary Crispin Havner.
We always encourage folks to plan, prepare, and pay attention no matter when they're on the road, but especially as we see more traffic on the roadway compared to a given day.
Thursday and Friday are looking to be the heaviest travel days of the long weekend ahead, so please plan accordingly. Susie Cool, News Radio KDKA.
Repeating our top story, the Steelers and the city of Pittsburgh have been awarded the 2026 NFL Draft, the league making the announcement at the owners' meeting in Nashville. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 72 points at 39,801. The NASDAQ down 1 point. The S&P is down 5. KDKA Sports, a leadoff hit from Nick Gonzalez scored the automatic runner in the bottom of the 10th last night. The Bucks beat the Giants 7-6. The Pirates scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to tie that game. Game 2 in the series tonight. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your perfect new roof and a lifetime warranty, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. Self-employed? Save 30 to 60% off your health insurance. Contact Tom Yakupin at West Penn Life. 724-228-7187. Mostly cloudy, 83 in Pittsburgh now. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Progressive presents Flo and Jamie announcing a monster truck rally.
And here comes the Obliterator. Whoa, and he's up on 2 wheels. That can't be safe. Oh, I don't recommend flipping your car backwards. Did he even check his blind spot? And the car's on fire. I definitely don't recommend that. This is one of my recurring nightmares.
Progressive is all about keeping it safe, so bundle your home and auto for 24/7 protection. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Coverage not provided for monster trucks. Not available in all states.
A car is never just a car. Kelley Blue Book knows it's so much more than that. It's your commuting chariot, your road trip refuge, your I just need a reason to get out of the house. Your car is there for everything. And for everything car, there's Kelley Blue Book. Need a new set of wheels? Price it on Kelley Blue Book. Problem under the hood? Fix it with Kelley Blue Book. Can another car do the job better? Trade it or sell it on Kelley Blue Book. We're here mile after mile, moment after moment. Price it, fix it, trade it, sell it. KBB.com it. Visit KelleyBlueBook.com to get the journey started.
Does your job require you to be on your feet all day? Teachers, postal carriers, salespeople, and restaurant staff. Many of us need our feet to get us through the day. I'd like you to hear from Donna. She's a nurse and a real customer of the Good Feet store who wanted to share her story.
Oh, I have to tell you, I have struggled with pain in my feet. I was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. I work in a hospital. I'm a registered nurse, so being on my feet, walking throughout the hospital during the day, I am free from any type of pain. And after working a 12-hour shift, I go home and my feet do not hurt.
Whether you're a nurse like Donna or anyone wanting to enjoy work without your feet getting in the way, come see us today. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. The only place to get the Good Feet solution is at the Good Feet store. Come in for a free test walk today.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, Guru Savant, what's up out there?
Hey, Marty. We have some accidents to report. We still have crews on the scene of an accident on the inbound side of the Parkway East. This is near Squirrel Hill. And we also have crews on the scene of an accident over in McKeesport. This is at the intersection of Windsor Street and West 5th Avenue. Looking at our major roadways, the Parkway West traffic headed inbound. You'll see some backup heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. And on the Parkway East, you'll see some inbound starting around Edgewood, Swissvale. This traffic report sponsored by Cars for Kids Real Estate. With AAA Traffic comes Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sun, warm and humid this afternoon with a high of 86. Watch out for a couple of strong thunderstorms this afternoon and early tonight, any of which can produce flooding downpours and damaging wind gusts. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Maximize your tax savings in 2024. Donate your property to Cars for Kids. They accept all kinds of real estate. It's simple and they cover all expenses. Get your tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property at carsforkidsrealestate.org. That's cars with a K.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If I'm obsessed with the draft, and you think I am, you're right. The draft is coming here, and it's just live, and it's 3 days of madness, mayhem, and money for the city, honey. I'm thrilled to death. We broke the story right at 11 o'clock. I'm thrilled to do that. Heard from Bouchette, heard from Colin, heard from Pony. It's a big deal for this town. Trying to get the mayor. Come on, man. Trying to get Maria from the mayor's office. Come on, Maria. Hook us up. But I'll tell you who I do have. One of my boys, one of my true insiders who knows hotels better than any man I've ever known. Brother Mark, good morning, sir.
Marty Griffin, I woke up this morning and I just had a feeling that it was going to be a great day.
See? Mark D'Antinis, one of my boys, knows this. How long you been in the hotel business, bro?
40 years. Can you imagine that?
And by the way, he knows this market better than anyone ever known. So, he's running a big hotel outside of town now, but you know this town. Can Pittsburgh manage this from a room standpoint, brother? And how will they?
Well, yeah. Listen, A, they're going to have to, and B, feather in the cap of the Steelers, Visit Pittsburgh, all the political moves that were made. They're going to have to. It's not an opinion anymore.
Right.
That city is still dragging behind a little bit since COVID. Yep. It's been 4 years. This is by far and away the biggest global or certainly national event that city has had in quite a while. So they have to make it happen. And the good news is they have a blueprint from a month ago in Detroit where I think it was 800,000 people showed up over the course of 4 days. You're going to get people from every NFL city, every region in the country. And then you're going to get the international traveler as well. So they have to make it happen. And I couldn't be happier. It's been a long, long time since Pittsburgh has been in the national spotlight. And again, kudos to Jared and his crew for making that happen.
And Mark is, honestly, my man, has lived downtown. He knows this town. We used to talk every single day about the changes in the evolution. Does this help the hotel business here?
Oh, it has to. Yeah. There's no question. And forget about the profit and loss in the last weekend in April 2026, but the credibility that instantly comes to the city and that market with being trusted with such a high level event. You watch, there will be other similar events, other similar organizations that are going to be putting Pittsburgh on their RFP list.
Oh.
And it's a momentum gainer. Pittsburgh literally has been waiting for this for probably 2.5, 3 years. They needed something that legitimized and validated that the city was back, and the city could once again go back to the 2016, 2018, when we literally were one of the most sought out venues in certainly the Northeast, but maybe the country.
Mark, my hotel insider, knows the business for 40 years. So, for a consumer, Mark, will prices be insane, man? For hotels,
prices are insane now. I come back to visit my grandkids, and thankfully, I have a few friends left in the industry. Otherwise, on weekends, man, you're paying 2.5 to 3.5. It's a great city. It's more than worth it. It's just all the reasons we all discuss, Marty, all the time. The business transient guy is just not back in his office yet. PNC and some of the guys that own and manage the heavy space downtown. We got to get people downtown, but certainly for an event of this size, it's gonna bring top dollar.
Hey, man,
no question.
If I'm a consumer and I'm sitting there right now and I want to come to this, wouldn't you get a room right now? Like right now?
If you're a consumer, you mean for the NFL draft?
Hell yeah.
Look, Pittsburgh has some of the most intelligent and I think effective business people running their hotels.
I agree.
I would say that by now, those rates are probably already up.
Oh. You know what? He's right. You're right. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Will people be driving in from staying in hotels in Altoona that far? Seriously.
I don't think they're going to have to.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, it's a big event. It's. I mean, what are we talking about here? This is the NFL. It's got to be the NFL's second biggest marketing event next to the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah. And how many rooms do you know offhand still downtown total, roughly?
Downtown room nights isn't the MSA, don't they count that as something like 4,800?
4,800 rooms.
Wow. I think for some reason the mid 4,000. But again, that's downtown proper.
You're right.
People will stay in Monroeville. They'll stay in Robinson outside the airport.
You're right.
This event is something that is really going to pump up the overall business spend everywhere, restaurants, everything. The only thing that really is going to be interesting is what happens in the next 18 months to development.
I agree. I agree.
If you're sitting on retail space, that retail space just got really, really popular.
No, I like this. I like this, brother. Mark, you're my man. I miss you, brother. Come on home, man.
I'm coming home June 8th.
Right.
Let everybody know.
All right, man. Thanks, Mark.
I'll see you, man. Love you.
All right, love you. He knows the hotel business better than anyone I've ever known in my life. And everything he says. Be interesting to start looking at rates right now, Patrick, to see. Like if they've gone up already this morning.
Oh, I bet they're going up right now.
You're right. Very, very cool. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, the traffic savant.
Thank you, Marty. All right. We still have crews on the scene of that accident over in McKeesport at the intersection of Windsor Street and West 5th Avenue, so look out for some delays over there. And now to the major roadways. Looking at the Parkway West, traffic headed inbound. You'll see some backup around heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. And on the Parkway East inbound, you'll see some backup starting around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. Here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO, the region's flat roof expert.
I was in shock. How can I be this athlete and end up with a full blockage in my left artery? UPMC was the only one that was doing robotic heart surgery for my particular needs.
UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute is pioneering minimally invasive techniques for robotic cardiac surgery for faster recovery times.
6 weeks after surgery, I'm able to teach martial arts and I'm able to be an athlete again.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for On the Money with Secure Money Advisors. Brian Caranta has tips that will make sure your retirement and income plan is ready to help provide you with a comfortable, secure retirement.
Bernstein Berkeley attorneys pride themselves in being business solution providers. For 50 years, the Pittsburgh law firm, with offices in Cleveland and Wheeling, has helped businesses of every size with complex legal issues in bankruptcy and restructuring, creditors' rights, mergers and acquisitions, commercial litigation, and real estate. Bernstein Berkeley takes a business approach to legal service, providing peace of mind through expert advice and zealous representation. Visit bernsteinlaw.com.
Folks, you know I love CCAC, and here's why. College is expensive, and a lot of folks want to give their kids the best chance for a great future without going broke. Well, here you go. CCAC, 80% of the students there graduate debt-free. And because they spend their first 2 years there, they saved up to $72,000. Wow. They receive a top-notch education, and they can either be headed to a straight-up dream job or continuing on to a 4-year university. CCAC, the place to begin.
Loyalty has its rewards at your neighborhood Par-Mar store. See for yourself. Download the Par-Mar stores app today and find deals, coupons, and earn points to get free groceries. Dan Zangrilli reminding you that if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus. Sergeant Reckless, a horse that served during the Korean War, saved thousands of Marines on the battlefield. Marine Corps veteran Dylan Clark explains the story behind Sergeant Reckless and why he and many others are pushing the DOD to give her a grave and memorial at Arlington National Cemetery.
The battle was so intense that there was so many rounds going back and forth that they were actually bursting in the air against one another. Rounds were actually colliding midair. And over the course of that battle, Reckless was wounded twice, but she refused to stop going back to the front for her Marines. She embodied everything the Marine Corps is about.
Some puzzles are hard to solve, others are hard to prove. Listen to Blood is Thicker, the Hargan family killings, wherever you get your podcasts. Access episodes early and ad-free with 48 Hours Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bum, 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 bum. I played football in high school with Dan Marino. I'm better. I was better. The thing is, by the way, that is true. I'm not BSing about that. The thing is, I had a better arm. I had more potential. I just didn't want to, I don't like publicity. I don't like accolades. I don't like money. I don't like air travel. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't guarantee private at the time. So there. That's why I'm sitting here, not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Just saying. Meantime, the NFL draft is coming to the Berg. It's huge. Patrick, everybody's put this in the biggest event. I think this is legit. Could turn out to be the biggest event that Pittsburgh ever hosts. Ever.
It absolutely could. Absolutely.
You mentioned the G20.
Yep.
Arguable, right?
Which was pretty big.
Didn't draw the kind of crowds because people were all paranoid.
Right. It drew protesters. You don't have any of that drama, none of that controversy with the NFL draft.
But this is huge. And then it raises a significant issue. Staffing, policing, security.
Absolutely.
No one knows this better in the world, no exaggeration, than one of my boys, Ron Layton, served 4 presidents, 2 PhDs, national championship football, in the Hall of Fame, you name it. He's done it. And he knows this. Ron Layton, good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Marty, good afternoon, and thanks for having me back on KDKA.
Plus, he's a Pittsburgh guy and a Central guy. First of all, on a personal level, brother, this is cool, man.
So this is one of these events. It truly could be generational. It's once in a lifetime. And you're probably not aware of this. We were going to talk about operations orders, but I wrote the ops order for the G20.
Whoa.
So I am very well aware of these kinds of events. And let me say this, Marty. If I am Mayor Gainey or I am Chief Scarrato, this afternoon I'm going to prep a phone call. And tomorrow, I'm calling the Department of Homeland Security because I think this would likely qualify as something called a SEER event. And that stands for Special Event Assessment Rating. And the reason why you want to do this, these kinds of things are great, but if you're a cop like me, it blows budgets up. So why not spend federal resources because they are available? Not that any local department needs the fair. No. I get it. However, it's nice to spend money that's available. So I would do that, and I would do that tomorrow because these SEER events, what it does is it brings a coordinating function from the government that comes with money. So it helps to offset some of these really sky-high costs of just public services that you find that are, they're point of attraction for these kinds of events because it is ridiculously labor-intensive.
Plus, brother, this is some serious stuff. You can't screw this up. People can't get hurt. They can't be jeopardized. Legit security, right?
Well, here's the other thing, too. It is not possible to bring the vicinity of 1 million people into a location like Pittsburgh over That's what terrorism really wants. They want some level of attraction and want to scare the hell out of people. So yeah, that's going to be a major component of this as well.
Not to be a buzzkill, because this is actually very cool, just on a personal level. I love this stuff, and I know you do too, brother.
Listen, as Pittsburghers, there's nothing better. The other thing about this particular event is that there are only so many things in Pittsburgh history to compare it to, because you can't really compare it to a big, so you got to go back to the World Series, you got to go back to the G20 or something like that. The G20, as I told you, I wrote the order for that. The difference will be, number one, significant terrorist threat. But if you remember how that felt, as I do, it felt like, hey, the feds came up and put up 15-foot fences.
They did.
And it felt like an armed encampment.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. This will not be like that.
Nice point.
You've got to have a smart, labor-intensive plan. Again, if I'm city management, police management in Pittsburgh right now, I am getting in line to get that designation. It's a big, big, big deal.
I'm sending your number right now to Larry, so you're the man. Thanks, Ron.
Take care. Be well.
Wow, that's good stuff. Thanks, brother. By the way, Patrick, you'll love this. From my boys in the hotels. Rooms are not open to book until about 50 weeks out for individual reservations.
Okay.
And the rates will be about Taylor Swift levels.
Oh. Get ready for that sticker shock.
Oh.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
It's not too late for a deep spring cleaning on your home. Give my friends at Zero Res a call, 412-701-1188. Schedule today and get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning as well. Make sure to mention Chris Mack, ZeroResPGH.com.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
Hey, folks, Marty Griffin for the Bath Authority. If you need a new shower or tub or it's outdated, call them right now, 412-249-1140. Love this company.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 83 degrees and partly cloudy at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Susie Cole. It's official. The Steelers in the city of Pittsburgh have been awarded the 2026 NFL Draft. The announcement was made today at the owners' meeting in Nashville. Sports journalist Ed Bouchette tells Marty Griffin the economic impact of this event is significant.
So many out-of-towners. I mean, you're not going to be able to get a hotel room. You can't get one during the Steeler game anyway. But, I mean, people will be staying in Altoona and coming in. But it's huge.
The 3-day event will be in the later half of April 2026 and is estimated to generate up to $160 million for the city. An important link to the South Side and Station Square is set to close tonight. News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee has more.
Tonight at 9, the Smithfield Street Bridge, which spans the Mon River between downtown and the South Side, will close for overnight construction work. The work is part of an $8.9 million bridge preservation project set for completion later this summer. During the work hours, only pedestrians and emergency vehicles will be allowed on the span. The bridge is expected to reopen by 6 a.m. tomorrow. Greg McAtee, News Radio KDKA.
Severe turbulence on a flight from London to Singapore grabbed the attention of millions of Americans planning to fly somewhere for the holiday weekend. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen reports.
The Singapore Airlines flight was cruising at 37,000 feet when it hit sudden extreme turbulence. Passengers who weren't wearing seatbelts were injured, and an elderly man died of a heart condition. In all, 71 people were hurt. Larry Corman with the National Center for Atmospheric Research says it can happen when the jet stream accelerates wind speeds.
Toward the edges of the jet stream, you can get very large shears, so changes in the wind speed and direction, typically as a function of altitude. And those shears cause the wind to break down into eddies.
Injuries from turbulence are rare, with an average of 12 annually in the U.S. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio, KDKA.
And on to Wall Street, where the Dow is down 42 points at 39,830. The NASDAQ is down 1 point, and the S&P is down 2. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update at 1. I'm Susie Cool on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
The Coons Market Meat Department is widely recognized for high standards and quality.
Which is why Coons proudly features certified Hereford beef cuts.
Certified Hereford beef is sourced by an alliance of selected farmers and ranchers, some who are right here in Pennsylvania, and represents the highest quality of beef.
Combine that with the experienced meat cutters at all 8 Coons Market locations, and you're getting the best cuts of beef available in Pittsburgh to put on your dinner table. This week, find
Family Pack 80% lean fresh ground beef, just $3.79 per pound. Family Pack boneless pork loin chops or roast, only $2.99 per pound. And with savings you can see with your Coons Reward Card, USDA Choice semi-boneless New York strip steaks, just $9.99 per pound.
There's always lots of savings at Coons.
Visit Coons today for certified Hereford beef cuts, along with other Coons quality beef, pork, and poultry, all hand cut by experienced meat cutters.
Shop at one of Coons' 8 locations or shop online at coonsmarket.com for convenient home delivery or curbside pickup.
Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
So we are, by definition, a Bowser family. Let me explain. We have four Bowser cars, and there's discussion of 5. Let me think. We have 1, 2 Subarus. We have a Buick. My wife drives, and I have a Genesis. My brother Larry drives a Genesis. Probably the coolest car I've driven in 20 years. Seriously amazing. So we had a fender bender. One of the girls, one of my teenage daughters, had a fender bender, and the part wasn't available to fix it. This is a true story. The Bowsers sent a guy out of state to get the part and bring it back to Pittsburgh to fix the car. I'm telling you, beyond the expertise when you buy the car, behind this whole idea of it's a great car company, it's a great family that really takes care of people, that really makes sure that you're the number one priority. I've seen it. Come on, we have a fleet of them, and every single time they do a hell of a job. Bowser, the best.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you're looking for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, we're Term Provider, experts in finding affordable term life insurance for those that may not be in perfect health. Prostate cancer, heart conditions, high cholesterol, or on prescription medications, you may still qualify for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance. Call Term Provider at 800-337-4168. 800-337-4168.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser, Samantha, the traffic savant. What's up?
Hey, Marty. Looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cams, looking at the city, we have congestion starting to build over on the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge as you make your way to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And to the parkways, the Parkway West traffic, if you're headed outbound, you'll see some backup starting around Green Tree all the way to the tunnels. And more backup is starting to build on the Parkway East inbound. This is starting right around Wilkinsburg. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, warm and humid with intervals of clouds and sun. Watch out for a strong thunderstorm or two this afternoon or early tonight, any of which can produce damaging winds and cause flash flooding. Our high, 86. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Oh, it's still hot, hot, hot. How are we all dealing with the heat? That's one thing we'll talk about today. Colin Dunlap with you 2 to 6 every weekday right here. KDK.
Marty Griffin, the line of the day, and there are a lot of lines on this show. The line of the week, and there are a lot of lines on this show in a week. From Colin Dunlap. Patrick, you remember what it was? Come on. Referring to his girlfriend, Bethany Hallam.
Oh, yes.
Colin had the line, what is today? Wednesday, so we're earlier in the week, we're midweek. The line of the week when Colin said, and I quote, Bethany Hallam should organize the NFL draft for the jail, the Allegheny County Jail.
Host it from the jail.
Host it. Colin and Bethany Hallam have what can best be described as a special relationship, right?
That's a nice way to put it.
All right. I'm going to transition here real quick. We got a bunch of people that are going to call us about this situation in the draft and how big it is for Pittsburgh as this thing evolves, and it's wonderful. But I want to get to something we started on yesterday. This has to do with the schools, Pittsburgh schools. I heard the former union president, I didn't even know she retired, but I heard her saying that they have to put air conditioning in all these schools. Okay. And then I heard her saying that they can't learn. That's why they can't learn without air conditioning. And then I heard the estimate to put air conditioning in the schools that don't have air conditioning. It's about $500+ million. 4 words. To hell with that. Number one. To lie, and that's what that is. It's a bald-faced lie. To lie and suggest that the reason why half the kids in Pittsburgh drop out. Seriously. When they have in certain schools, the proficiency rate in math and reading, this is no lie. If I'm lying, I'm dying, is about 20%. The rest fail. That's not hyperbole. It's just not. In schools where their test scores on the SATs, this is fact, are roughly 800 points lower than the test scores of kids in Upper St. Clair, Fox Chapel, Mount Lebanon. I'm just telling you. To suggest that the reason why they're failing, even saying it's one of the reasons why they're failing, is because there's no air conditioning, is stupid by definition and ignorant by definition. They have 40% too many buildings that they now want to spend $500 million to educate, and it's their latest excuse for failure. You have the teacher from yesterday, Samantha? You do. This wonderful, wonderful teacher yesterday called. And in a nutshell, she explained why it's so hard to learn and teach in Pittsburgh. And by the way, her classroom, she said, was 97 degrees. God bless her. There's no way those kids should be in class. No way. But what makes it particularly difficult to teach in this town, in the public schools, is the fact that these teachers get their asses kicked on a regular basis I hate to scare you, but I know teachers personally who have back injuries, shoulder injuries, and cannot teach because they're afraid and because they're hurt. Listen to this teacher from yesterday who called in.
Said it is unbearable. Tempers flare. You've mentioned the hostility in the buildings.
Yes.
I just left court. That's why I'm in the car.
What
Worked
happened?
with a student today who she punched me in the face over a cell phone. And so this is the third time. Though this is the second time I've been down there. They've had to do a continuance both times. So.
By the way, I admire and respect anyone who teaches anyone anywhere. I mean, it's life-changing stuff. A couple of teachers changed my whole life. I wouldn't be sitting here. I have friends. I have a cousin that I love to death who's a teacher in the Pittsburgh Public School. My best sources in the schools are teachers. It's a hell of a journey, my dear, and you do a hell of a job. And I don't know if I could go back to school after someone punched me in the face. How do you go back?
Yeah, because I'm this close to retirement. I retire at the end of this year. So there you go. I just have to make it through till June. Plus, I have a great principal this year. I really do. We have great administrators in our building. And they've been very supportive. But as far as this heat, here's the last thing I'm going to tell you. And that is, as the temperature goes up, the amount of clothing they wear goes down. And so you'll get to see that as well if you come in. So I think Dr. Walters made the right decision today and for tomorrow. Can we sustain that? No. But was it the right idea for now? Yes.
By the way, she made another wonderful point. Man, sister, it's a long. We're in early mid-May here. We're gonna just bag it then? Just say to hell with it? Huh?
I know. No, I don't believe that at all. But I think we need longer-term solutions. I think that they're talking about consolidating buildings.
They are.
And I'm hoping that with that consolidation comes some sort of, thoughtful insight into whether or not those buildings that they decide to keep open are air-conditioned and functionally air-conditioned.
Love that woman. I love her courage for telling the truth. I love that she called me out, but she did it kindly. And she was right. If it's 97 degrees in her class, those kids should not be in school. I used to go at it all the time with Nina, the union president. She's retired, I guess. And I used to give her grief, and I should, because her kids did not go to the Pittsburgh Public Schools. It's a fact. It's a fact that about 70% of the teachers who have kids that are teachers in Pittsburgh, their kids don't go to the Pittsburgh Public Schools. Hello. And think if that's your wife or mom or neighbor or sister, and they go to school and get punched in the face. How about that? That ain't happening in my house. If someone in my house is a teacher, we're suing somebody, and someone's going to jail. And the notion that air conditioning helps this situation, you better be drug tested if that's your solution, because that ain't happening, and that's not the reason why these schools are collapsing bad.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. It's Samantha the Savant, traffic guru extraordinaire. What's up, sister?
Hey, Marty. We have a vehicle fire on the Parkway West at exit 57. This is around Moon, and there is a lane restriction. We also have a downed tree and wires on North Petrie Road and South Petrie Road. This is in Robinson's, both directions at Coketown Road. And on the city side, we're seeing congestion start to build on the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge and at the parkways. The Parkway West traffic headed inbound. You'll see some backup starting around Green Tree all the way to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And we're still seeing some backup on the Parkway East inbound starting around Wilkinsburg. With AAA traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi for the power of Bowser. Spring is in full bloom, and so are the savings at Bowser Subaru Spring Sales Event. Get ready to embrace the season in style with the Subaru Forester, the ultimate adventure companion for all your springtime adventures. And now at Bowser Subaru, take home the Forester and get 2.9% APR for 72 months. Whether you're headed to the mountains for a weekend getaway or navigating through the streets of Pittsburgh, the Forester offers unmatched versatility and performance. So seize the moment and experience the joys of springtime savings. Visit BowserSubaru.com and find your perfect Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends May 31st.
Well, that's the power of
Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South, on top of the hill.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hello, I'm business broker Bruce Violet, and I often get asked, what's the best business to get into these days? Well, the answer is the all-new home-based franchise businesses, available in hundreds of different business categories. Ever dreamed of owning your own business, working from home at an extremely affordable cost? Well, now you can, and together we can make it happen. To learn more, visit my website at OpportunityU.com. That's OpportunityU.com, or call 800-980-2040.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Not wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The cars, trucks, and SUVs on the nation's roads are now the oldest they have ever been. The average age, 12.6 years, 2 months more than just a year ago. It's because record-high sticker prices and sky-high borrowing costs are pushing more people to hold on to their vehicles for longer. Target posting a fourth quarter in a row of declining comparable sales, saying its customers are pulling back because of high prices. A very different forecast from Walmart, too, from just last week, and that's got shares of Target really down 7.5%. Elsewhere on Wall Street, not a whole lot of movement today as investors wait for earnings after the closing bell from AI chipmaker NVIDIA. Investors looking for a fifth straight quarter of blowout results. Right now, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P all down a small fraction. And toy maker Mattel honoring some famous international female athletes with their own Barbie dolls, including tennis champ Venus Williams. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Start spreading the news, man. We got the NFL draft live in the Berg. I love this. I promise you this. My man Fitz knew this before anyone. And he's been tooting the city's horn on this for a couple years now. Fitz, very, very cool, right, man?
It's a big day, and really you got to give the Rooneys a lot of credit. They really pushed this way back when, wanting obviously to show off the city and the region, but the economic impact of what this is going to mean. And anybody that watched the draft a few weeks ago in Detroit saw that massive amount of people who come in, get hotel rooms, buy meals, et cetera, et cetera. We got to give the governor credit too. The governor actually got involved in this and lobbied the commissioner to make sure that Pittsburgh, and it's going to be a big deal in a couple of years.
Means a lot to this town, doesn't it, Fitz?
Absolutely. Not just the economic impact, but the eyes of the nation, particularly in sports. And it goes beyond just football fans. People really tune in and look about what's going on, and you will see people come here for a few days and not just get down to the stadium and watch the draft and the football activities, which we obviously have a great tradition here in southwestern Pennsylvania, but they're going to take tours out into